Hello and good evening. And actually, I don't think I had yes. See, I get involved with these things, and then I forget to do very simple tasks like update the stream title. It's really annoying. Anyway, um,
Hi everybody, happy Sunday.
yes, happy Sunday. Good evening. We're back
It's
with some.
almost like it's almost eat yourself till you vomit day.
That's
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
hopefully not that second
It
part.
is it
Hi,
is.
speaking of eat yourself till you vomit day, I got a turkey. It's 23 pounds and I got it for $10.
Yeah, Stop
Actually,
and
that's
Shop
pretty
has had some
sweet.
really good deals on turkeys. Buy $25 and you get your turkey for 49 cents a pound. At least that's how it was up here.
Yeah, no, it was 49 cents a pound down here too. Although I cheated the system, I found a really nice heavy turkey without a tag, so I just took the tag off a smaller turkey.
Nice.
It's a good thing you said you were leaving that job because you could absolutely get fired for that.
I
Anyway,
left that shop.
anyway,
Too late now.
anyway,
Too late now. What am I
turkey
gonna do?
turkey fraud aside, ahead of National Food Coma Day, we're back with some Pathfinder.
I will say that was a very Ursula thing to do.
Oh, 100%. That is a very Ursula thing to do. You're right. So,
Swap turkeys.
last time, I'll keep this relatively brief with the recap, just because in the grand scheme of things, not a lot happened. You guys finished making your way through the shrine that the scribbler was holed up in. You acquired the rest of the pieces of his poem, which you've gotten some headway on figuring out what the meaning of it all is, but not everything yet. You also collected a quill from one of the darkest rooms in the depths of this shrine, like all the way in the back. You found and recovered the dead body of one of the Sandpoint guards, and then after leaving, you went and had a conversation with the mayor and Sheriff Hemlock, where you guys explained to them everything that was going on in the sinkhole, as well as a little bit about possibly raising this guard. Jaren was his name. You guys had a little debate on whether or not you wanted to spend your own resources for that, and that conversation ended off with the mayor and Sheriff Hemlock were probably going to reach out to Father Xanthus and see if there's anything he could do. Kaede also expressed some interest in getting a piece of property or an already established building to turn into an orphanage slash like training school for potential would-be adventurers and any other purposes. I would imagine Kaede would be living there as well. Uh, and the mayor said that she would put out some feelers and figure out if any arrangements could be made. You guys went back to the Rusty Dragon, where Ameko made some food and got some drinks for everybody, and then you guys headed off to sleep. You had your various dream sequences where Kaede saw a bunch of images from the past, then Kaede caught a glimpse of a woman who looked a lot like her mother as she evaded an assassination attempt. And then Savannah offered some advice and left them with a small token for the future. Dino and Urzulin encountered Karzug and the puppeteered body of Mokmurian, and then they had a split path in front of them, and each of them went off their own way. Dino met the fearsome, mostly naked man known as Dom Hardy, as he offered Dino a chance to achieve even more glory than he already has. Urzulin encountered her patron again, this time in his true form as a crystalline humanoid creature. Urzulin returned his sword to him, and he informed her that the so-called deal in place in exchange for her magic had been settled. Lilly, her dream took her to Runeforge itself. She felt pretty uneasy about the whole ordeal and it was strangely none of the rest of you in the dream were rattled at all by the gravity of the situation. Eventually, Lilly was dealing with some voices in her head that were telling her to stop doing what she was doing and take a rest and sort of just let her friends go off on their own and that they'd be taken care of. And she fought it off. And at the end, she received a message from Bastet as well as an item, which Dino and Ursula did as well in their dreams. I forgot to mention. And it ended on a positive note. Kat, in her dream, she managed to save all of her crew, but she took them up a mountain that was enduring a harsh blizzard. She met a giant polar bear who was actually a druid named Calder. Calder informed Kat of many different things that are going on in her previous home. That it was very likely that that world would not be salvageable in its current state, and that he and a bunch of others are going to be making their way over to Galarian. But he also offered Kat a deal, which sounded like Kat was going to turn that deal down because maybe she didn't want to go back to being a pirate, but there's a good chance that deal will be altered to where Kat's family and old friends can be saved alongside anyone else that is brought over. Calder also left Kat with an item, and I've given
He didn't tell her who the drug man was.
No, he did not tell Kat who the drug man is, although we're going to find out shortly because Rob is here, and I am going to just go right into that first. So, Jareem. Let's see. Here it is. Okay.
Jareem actually there, or
Yeah,
is he just figuratively there?
Yeah, Rob, are you actually here? Like, I want to make sure you're present before I start.
Good thing I told you to make sure he's actually here.
Dude, you're not kidding. That wouldn't be the first time that happened. Also, Jesus fucking Christ, Rob. Okay.
Someone sent the message. Hold on. Where from where?
While we waiting, Rob, I have this bit of wisdom for you all. It's strange to work in a hospital. You know, in a room, there's a father holding his son for the first time.
He's here.
No, I know. While you wait for his mic problems. So it's strange to work in a hospital, you know. In a room, there's a father holding his son for the first time. In another room, there's a son holding his father for the last time.
Okay, and that's just sad.
We'll wait. And then in another room, there's a guy with a remote stuck in his anus. It's the circle of life.
I don't... Okay.
It's true.
Did you see the photos I sent in the group chat?
Oh, stomach problem. Okay.
I personally don't get stuff stuck in my ass because
I have, not on purpose. I fell while trying to piss.
I'm sorry. You.
Hello.
Hi.
Huh?
Woo.
No, you can't. Rob, go back away.
No.
What the fuck did you just say?
No, we're not.
More important things right now.
No, you can't just drop that bomb and then say, fuck it, Rob's here, let's go.
She's told us this story before.
No, this is not new. I've told this story before.
Literal stick up the ass.
Tell the story.
I was in Martha's Vineyard. There were no bathrooms. I went to pee and I fell on a stick. And it...
Oh.
Yeah, falling on a dick is never good.
Yes, but falling on a stick and it literally, and then pulling it out of your butt, like
I
literally.
Guess you could say nature said "fuck you" then, right?
Yes.
I'm hungry.
I just had a stick up my ass.
Anyway. Dream.
Rob, your dream.
Yeah.
Go.
This would have occurred. I know I already advanced the day, but this would have occurred the night before. So during your dream, you You find yourself in a place where the entirety of your vision is clouded by a thick smoke. There's a noticeable stench of death surrounding the area. But since you've grown so accustomed to keeping your rotting thralls around you, this doesn't really bother you much. You hear the pained howls of departed souls in the distance on all sides, and then the smoke begins to change shape, and it forms a message in front of you. The message reads, "My grace brought you here, but rest assured that when your time comes, you will never leave my domain. You've brought the scourge of undead abominations to this world, and this I cannot abide." And as that smoke clears, you see the shadowy clone of yourself and his panther spirit as they both leap towards you, and you come face to face with the darkness once again. The clone reaches towards a cloud of smoke to his right and pulls it back like a curtain, and it reveals a glimpse of you and Babu working on some kind of new alchemical creation. You watch as the experiment goes awry, and your flesh immediately decays and falls away from your bones, leaving you as nothing more than a skeleton that just collapses to the floor. The clone...
we have contingencies for this.
The clone moves further along, and as he does, he's pointing his ghastly spear at you the entire time. He reaches for another cloud of smoke and pulls it back, and this time you see yourself as a thrall yourself, enduring constant and endless torture at the hands of Pharasma's high priests. Your soul is given an undead husk to occupy, and this vessel is being beaten, burned, or otherwise abused. The shadowy clone puts the tip of his spear to your chest as his expression grows even more furious, and the panther spirit begins to paw at Babu in a half-hearted attempt to catch him. The clone now stands directly behind you, spear tip in your back, forcibly ushering you to the next destination. There's one final smoke cloud, and this one looks thicker and darker than all the others before it. The clone moves in front of you, and as his spirit follows suit. And that token that is on the map for you right now is incorrect. Let me replace that. But as they prepare to reveal the final image, you feel a grip around your ankles. Before you can even react, you and Babu are pulled downwards through whatever floor might have existed here. You now find yourself in a dimly lit tavern, sitting in a round table with only one empty chair positioned across from you. After a few moments, a strange creature takes that chair, seated directly in front of you. This creature appears as a being made entirely of bark, twigs, and vines, and within his form are several swarms of insects that fly freely around him. He looks at you.
Oh shit!
He looks at you and says, "You don't have to suffer at her hands. There's another way." He draws a deep breath from his finely crafted wooden pipe, and he passes it to you, and he silently urges you to take a puff as he smiles in your direction, and then he hands you a glass of some stiff-smelling liquor.
Yeah, absolutely. I smoke the pipe and drink the liquor.
Okay, yeah, and the liquor tastes like it's from the gods themselves, and honestly, so does the whatever smoke that comes through the pipe.
Can I just stay here?
The guy goes, "So, according to you and your friends, I'm the drug man, but my real name is Urzadin. I'm simply here to let you know that you and that nice pirate lady aren't the only ones being sent to this realm to influence the years to come. There are others, even beyond me, who will be arriving in the near future."
Well, you're all welcome to come.
He takes another puff and he says, "Hey, thanks, man. Appreciate it." And then he just goes, "Well, if you ask me, the old place isn't worth saving anymore. We never really got to enjoy our successes the way we deserve to, and the gods of this new place have taken notice of the pain in our souls. Your friend was chosen to help fulfill a calling of balancing the magical influences that will be forever changed if she cannot stop the claimer from returning. You, on the other hand, were picked because Pharasma saw something in you. She thought that you could be the one to bridge the gap for lost souls and help escort them to be judged. I'm here to tell you that she wasn't the only one who recognized your potential, and so I'm offering you the alternative."
So the options are serve one god or serve you?
Well, not really. the god I represent is one of freedom and celebration. So you wouldn't be so much serving anybody. You'd just be spreading the good word, however you see fit.
I like that.
Yeah, now you're talking. I think it could be exactly what you need to get away from all this nasty death business. Give it some
I'm
thought.
always for, defying the god's will. So
Yeah, you love to see it. Give it some thought. Use your gluttony to your advantage. Hopefully with the right cocktail of drugs you can find me again. I'll be here waiting for you. And maybe even that weird vampire friend of yours. Here's a bag for your troubles, and he tosses you like a bag of weed. He's like, I'll see you soon. By the way, do you know any dragons?
I haven't become acquainted with any yet, I don't think.
That's all right. Well, you'll get to know him soon enough.
I like that.
He goes,
like that very much.
and he goes, he hands the pipe back to you. He's like, tell you what, keep the pipe. I can make those whenever I want now anyway.
You're a good guy.
And then this is what the pipe does. I've already added it to your sheet.
That's so fucking cool. I still can't believe how great he turned out.
Yeah, man, I wrote this as he just basically just takes off like chunks of his own body and makes it into pipes, and he just regenerates. That's
actually kind of amazing.
Oh, dude. That is a sick fucking magic item.
Yeah, I thought so. I thought it would be good for you.
That's really cool.
All right, so that imagery all fades out. And now it is the next morning. Finally, it is Star Day. Like I said, you guys are gonna have a few weeks of downtime, so you can finish crafting. We can finish identifying the meaning of the scribbler's poem. We can identify the quill that you guys found.
It's still kind of funny how I created my character, named it Erzalin.
Yeah,
and
letters off.
basically there's another character out there who's just named Erzadin.
Who came first?
Okay, yeah, I'm not saying that one came first the other. I'm just saying, like, I created my character. I was like, oh, it's a unique character. And then there's a character out there, like Erzadin.
It's like Game of
Erzadin
Thrones.
is one of Rob's old characters?
Yep.
Yeah. Rob's name on Discord used to be Erzadin.
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah.
It's like House of Dragons.
Yeah. No relationship whatsoever, though.
No. That hasn't stopped any of them before either, though. Laris, Varys. All the Targaryens all have, like, the same name. Rhaenys, Rhaenyra, Rhaenyra, Daenerys. Aemon.
So yeah, in addition to everything I just listed, there are also some NPC things that you guys wanted to do. So I guess, well, let's
Hell fucking no.
let's start with if I could have Kaede make an oratory check, and people who want to try to identify the quill making spellcraft checks. We'll just start with that.
Guidance all around.
Okay.
Sorry.
For Kaede, my question is which. So there's five stanzas to the poem. You've already identified the meaning of the third one and the last one. So that'll get you one more like full meaning. So 1, 2, or 4, your pick. Actually, screw it. I'll just give you everything because you're spending a lot of time on this. So I'll just go through what the whole thing means. The first part establishes what the poem in total is about. It introduces Runeforge. It's as a place for wizards to perfect their craft. The second part, you really key in on the word mirror in this part, on Eastern Shores of Steamy Mirror. You consult Lilly on this, as Lilly has quickly shown herself to be an authority on the Thessalonian language, and she helps you determine that the word mirror is actually a metaphor for a lake, and this is a somewhat common usage in Thessalonian poetry. If you'd like to, you can make a knowledge geography check to try to figure out where this is. Okay, that's close enough. You know that in Varizia there is a lake called Lake Stormander. I'll type that out. This lake is known for plentiful hot springs and geysers. And reading the rest of this part of the poem, the circle of 7 faces. You also know that on the eastern shore of this lake, there is a mountain called, I think it's a mountain. It's called Rhyme Skull, and this circle of stone heads is located there. The third one you've already figured out, but I'll go through it again. So the stone heads, each one of them represents a school of Thessalonian magic, and by extension, one of the Runelords themselves and realms of Thassalon. Casting a spell of the correct school on the correct stone causes a key to manifest, and this is kind of directing you to get a key from all the heads in this manner, and then ascend via an ancient set of stairs towards Rhyme Skull itself. Fourth part, after ascending Rhyme Skull, you are basically, through this part, you are being directed into a cave system, and that there is another matching set of stone heads in there. Using the keys here will open the way to Runeforge. And
Let's go.
And the final part, as I've already mentioned previously, is that those who reach Runeforge will be richly rewarded with lore, treasure, history, all kinds of knowledge.
That's Kate's goal.
That
Kate's
sort of
like,
thing.
yes.
Now the spellcraft checks, those are not high enough to identify the quill. I would imagine Jareem would be the best equipped to do this. So if he wants to roll one, then that would speed up the process here.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Sounds so begrudging. Dream.
So you idiots making me actually try to do work fine.
Yeah, well, he's already doing work. He's got to craft these headbands and other things for you, but
For everyone else.
Yeah, he's like,
you need to do more.
Got a lot of shit to do, man.
well, none of us know what this crap is. So.
All right,
What am I
so
rolling?
spellcraft.
Oh, where is it? Where is it? There.
Okay.
Oh my.
So, where the rest of you have been unable to identify this item, Jareem seemingly instantly knows what it is. This is actually a minor artifact called a revelation quill.
What does it do?
So this quill, if it is placed in an empty vial or other glass container of similar size and left alone for an hour, the quill will fill that container with ink. It has a 50-50 chance of being a completely random color of ink, and if it is not, then the ink is black. Once per day, if the user of a revelation quill is concentrating on a specific future goal, event, or activity occurring within the next week, the quill will take over and write out a short phrase in response, often in the form of a cryptic rhyme or omen, much in the same way that the divination spell functions. There's a spell that's just called divination, not like the School of Magic. Once per week, the user may use the quill in the same way to cast Contact Other Plane instead. And if you use it in this manner, you get up to 10 questions to ask of the mysterious intellect that guides the revelation quill.
Cat wants the quill.
Yeah, check it out.
I will copy and paste the text, so
If
everyone knows.
everyone's okay with it, Cat is taking the quill.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Go ahead.
All right.
To be honest, she kind of stopped listening after Pretty Colors and then perked up again when you said talk to another plane.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, we're all aware that you're from another planet at this point, so Kate's just stepping off and
I
being
know
like, "Nope."
Cat stopped hiding it.
Yeah, I'm throwing my hands up, being like, "Go ahead, that's not mine. Nope, nope, nope."
Sorry, just getting the formatting right on this.
Very good.
Anytime you copy and paste things out of PDFs into Roll20, the formatting is just completely wrong. Almost
20 is
there.
not a fan of the Putifa.
Not at all. It just like puts in all these line breaks that don't belong there. Good enough. Well, yeah, almost. So, all right, let's let me just mark off what we've already done here. All right. So, quill identified, poem completely deciphered. What other things you want to do today, or should I advance? Jareem is going to be occupied with magic item crafting for at least a good chunk of the day.
And Cat's gonna ask for a shot glass to play with her new pen or her new quill.
Okay, so Mako provides you with a shot glass that is empty. You leave the quill in
Look
there.
at her like, can I get a couple more? Wait, actually, before I do that question, does the color does 50-50 chance of the color changing? Is it per fill up or per day or per container?
It's per container.
Okay, cool. So she's gonna ask for a couple shot glasses.
Yeah, you have to wait an hour for each one to fill, but
That's fine.
yeah. All right, so how many?
I'm gonna take 3,
Okay.
and dinner 3 and food and probably a few rounds.
Okay.
And a book. I want to make sure I have. Cat's gonna go. Wait, hold up. Let me go get a book. She knows she's been there for a while.
Okay.
Oh, I should probably also get paper. So she's gonna put the quill in the shot glass, and the first shot glass. Go, Cade, watch this, and then like run up to her room to get like paper and a book to read.
Okay. So a few hours pass. One of the shot glasses fills up with black ink. The other two fill up with colors. Roll me 2d10. Okay. The other two containers, one fills with green ink, the other fills with blue ink.
Cat's very excited. She's gonna start scribbling away and doodling and like writing just random shit. She has a diary. She's gonna write in her diary in different colors. She's gonna go all out. She's just like very excited.
That makes me happy.
She's a little, yeah. She's just like very excited. Like I gotta show. Yeah. What Cat's been doing.
Okay, so Kat is enjoying her fun new quill pen thing.
Playing with her new toy.
Playing with her new artifact.
Yeah, pretty much.
So yeah, like I said, we had lots of other things on the list. We had Kaede taking Lilly around town. We had
So Father Xantus, Hannah,
Dino doing stuff with Shayless. We had well, I imagine Kat is too absorbed in her quill to wait. What? Who am I kidding? Kat's gonna finish probably whatever she's doing, and then run over to Sav and be like, "Look what I got! Look what I got!"
look at this new toy.
I mean,
I'm gonna
fact.
show my
Fact.
girlfriend.
Fact.
Did you know I had a girlfriend?
I'm just priceless artifact, but hi.
She may have written Sama a letter in her excitement.
Okay.
I didn't specifically mention it, but
All right, let's do Kat taking not Kat. Let's do Kaede taking Lilly around.
Okay, I'm down. I'm down.
Hello.
All right, so let me open up.
Yeah.
My
So I
list
know for
of-
Father Xantus and Hannah.
We'll do Father Xanthus first. This will allow me some time to figure out if I have. I mean, I have maps for just about everywhere in Sandpoint, but certain places I'm not so sure. All right, so we'll start with the cathedral. Let me move you guys onto the. Oh, I already did. Flip this around though. Actually, no, fuck it. All right. All right, so yeah, you walk in. It's kind of nice to get out of the cold, as it's a pretty chilly day today. Given that it's a star day and still in the morning, not too much going on here. You don't see too much of the clergy around, but Father Xanthus is in his sort of cathedral to Desna area here.
Okay, so as I'm walking through, I started telling Lily about how like this is like pretty much the largest gathering place we have in town for everyone. A few different religions effectively gather here right now. The one that I'm most acquainted with is Father Santis, who worships Desna. And then I motion over at the alcove that he's in and goes, although everyone here has been very kind and helpful, and if you ever really need anything, you can at least come here to get pointed in the right direction.
Okay, that's nice to know. Hi.
So yeah, as you guys are walking around, the doors to all of the different churches here are open, so you can see like the various. You get a glimpse of like the various like decorations for each of the gods that are represented here. So you'll see like all the bright imagery to your right here in Sarenrae's sort of shrine here. You walk in and you see the deep like gold and red colors that represent Abadar down here. Erastil with a lot of like imagery of like nature and the woods in here. A rainbow of colors over here for Shaylin, as she's the goddess of beauty. Gazre with a lot more nature depictions here, like Erastil, but for Gazre it's more in here specifically. It's more about like the seas, sea colors like blues and greens, and then finally Desna, um, which you're all familiar with already. This a lot of like darker like blues and purple tones in here. And yeah, like I said, Father Xanthus is present. He actually steps out. He's like, oh, hello, good morning. I thought I heard some footsteps. What brings you here?
I just wave warmly at him and I say, well, Lily has decided to like hang around with our group longer, which I'm very happy for. But I thought it'd be nice for her to at least meet people in the town that are of note and people that she could feel comfortable going to if she needed any assistance or conversation. And you were one of the first people I thought of, to be honest.
Oh well, I'm glad glad you thought of me in that way. It means a lot. Really appreciate how the two of you, as well as the rest of your friends, have always stood up for the town and made my job a lot easier.
Well, you never treated me poorly as a orphan around here, effectively, so this is the least I can do to repay this town.
Well, I think most here would say that we're the ones who owe you for everything you've done. But
Cade looks at Lily and goes, she's helped quite a bit already.
I just wave warmly. It's like, hi.
Just one.
so he's gonna get a little closer and he says, "Well, I must say it's been many years since we've had a healer of your caliber in town. Um, I suppose I never really got to have a real conversation with you. So, if you don't mind, why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself? Like, what brought you here, and what do you plan to do in the future?"
See, I have a little brother back in Magmar who's afflicted by a disease. And I'm trying to find a cure for his disease, and I've yet to find one. And my mom's the sole caretaker of him as of right now.
I'm very sorry to hear about your brother. What sort of disease are we dealing with?
I'm not sure myself. It's hard to explain.
Well, what are his symptoms?
Seems to be tired a lot, from what I can remember.
It sounds like he's pregnant, but I'm not there, so I can't say that.
God.
Yeah, out of character, I kind of forgot what kind of disease he has. The symptoms.
That's okay. It's okay.
I'm
It
sorry.
wasn't it sleeping sickness or something like that?
I thought it was.
Yeah, I could have sworn that's what it was. Father Xanthus thinks about it and says, "Well, I mean, that could be a few different things, but I guess if you haven't been able to find a cure, then maybe it's a rare condition." Well,
That's what I'm thinking. It's just a really rare condition. Not a condition, but it could be just like a rare disease no one's ever found before until now.
well, I can certainly see if anyone here knows anything. Might take a little bit of time. Some of the other sort of leaders of the other churches here are off on other business. I know that the our leader of the Church of Shaylin has quite a busy day and night ahead of him with one of their holy holidays coming up tomorrow. But
Whenever you find the time, you feel free to ask around. I appreciate all the help I can get. If you're too busy for it, then don't really worry about it. I'll find a cure soon.
I'm sure you will. But in the meantime, I'd love to help you. With everything you've done for our town, and well, like I said, if it weren't for all of you, I'd have been doing more funeral rites than my heart could take.
Yeah, it is quite fortunate not to do that yet.
It just grins and being like, yeah, and with you, I'm not gonna die anytime soon, hopefully.
We shall see.
And even if I do, it's okay. We'll figure it out.
Is it because I have a revive spell on my hands?
I might.
And
The
a
last
big
time
ass
we
diamond.
brought, the last time we brought someone back, they may have come back as a completely different race.
Ah, yes, but I've brought Ursula back to life, and she wasn't a different race.
You know, that's what I'm saying. So it seems like a massive upgrade.
Now it's my mission to go and die and become a different race.
It's my mission now.
I'm not allowing
I
that.
can supply the reincarnation spell for you and make it a kobold.
I want to be a kobold.
But they're better at archery.
I'm not an archerist.
What's the difference? You use stick that fires small other stick.
Oh, come on, Dino. Let's not let her die in the first place, shall we?
I don't know. When Ursula sets her mind to something, you just have to stand back and either let life teach her the lesson, or she'll just ignore it.
Oh no, I refuse to let that happen.
He's just kind of face palming right now, just feeling like, oh god. We're all in danger.
Whose screen is this?
In the meantime,
Father Xanthus is just looking at
Father
us
Xanthus,
going,
yeah.
The normal group.
Yeah, he just says, "Well, thank you so much for coming by. It was a nice surprise to see you. If there's anything you need from me, I'll be here all day."
I mentioned him in passing, and I say, "Well, I am in the process of looking for some land to possibly try to get like a orphanage slash trade school off the ground. So hopefully we can collaborate on that a bit because I know you helped a lot of us when I was younger, and I know it's a lot of stress for all the churches. So at least in Sandpoint,
I'll keep my eyes and ears open. That's
Ka-
that's a cause that I will always get behind.
Cade nods and appreciate. And I poke at Lily and I go, "All right, we're gonna go meet Hannah now." So, like I push you out the door.
Why are you being so pushy? I did nothing.
Let's go.
No.
Cade's excited on a march.
All right, Hannah.
Hannah, I've kept Tuck away and safe because she's important to me, and I don't want her to die.
All right, here's what we're gonna do. I don't have a map specifically for Hannah's house, so I'm just gonna drop you on the Sandpoint map where that's gonna be. So it's not far from the Rusty Dragon.
Okay. Hi, Hannah.
Let me grab her token real quick.
I know, I just got excited.
And here we go.
As we're walking over, I'm like, "Well, the other people I would meet you, introduce you to is like Ameko and Bethano, but you know them because you stay in their inn." As I like ramble at you as we were walking. I was like, "I guess I could introduce you to Jabrail, but I think Dream would like that. I don't know if everyone else would be." And then I think also about Vorvashali as well.
All right, so you arrive at Hannah's. She is actually not inside her house, but she is nearby as she is just returning from a trip out into the wilds, as she often does in the mornings. But she is carrying a small bag full of berries and other things that she's gathered. And as soon as she sees you, she almost flings it up into the air in excitement. She runs over and gives Kate a big hug. And
I give her a giant hug back, catching her stuff before it falls.
she's just so excited, and she just says, it feels like it's been so long. How have you been? I haven't seen you."
Cade's just kind of like sheepishly goes, "Yeah, I've kind of stayed away with all the danger that was going on. I didn't want them to take away the one person that I still had left." And I look over sheepishly and I go, "But I think it's safe. And our friends want to meet people." And I kind of like look over at Lily and I go, and well, Lily's a really good friend, and she's half the reason I'm alive, and you're one of the other half reasons I'm alive, and I want you guys to be friends.
And Lily's just
Hey, thanks. Cough, cough.
So, Lily, what you see before you is Hannah is like she's a middle-aged elf. She wears clothing that color-wise it matches what you saw in the cathedral, specifically in Gazre's church. Um, so easy enough to put two and two together and think that she's a cleric of his. And she greets you with a warm smile, and she she just gets like a little bit of a sly grin, and she goes, "Oh, so you're a healer too, then?"
Oh yes.
Yes.
Yes. I like helping people and keep people healthy and happy. Why not heal them?
He just kind of grins and goes, "Also, half the reason why I can actually introduce the two of you." stop me from dying. Kay's trailing off, looking at Hannah, being like, please don't be mad.
Why would she be mad?
She's like effectively my adopted mom. I start like spewing out to you, being like, and I may or may not have warned her that I decided to become an adventurer and full sent it into a fucking troll cavern, effectively, or a fortress of ogres, or fighting dragons, or yeah. I've been kind of scared to come home since.
I think you're rambling out loud.
Okay. Kay just kind of sheepishly looks between you and Hannah and then just backs up and goes, I'm gonna go make some tea and lets you guys talk.
Nice to meet you.
Hannah just says, "Oh, yes, how silly of me. Come on inside." And she invites you all in. Cade, you would know this already. Her house is, kind of quaint, but she's just one person living there. She has space for her work. So she has a couple chairs and a bed because she does treat people for some of usually more like minor things, things that sometimes Father Xanthus and the rest of the clergy might be too busy to handle at the cathedral, but they, of course, welcome and appreciate Hannah's services nonetheless. She shows you over to a small round table, and she just immediately begins fixing you all some tea. And she kind of just like shouts back while she's doing this, like, "So, Cade, haven't really gotten to talk much about everything that's happened since the festival. What have you been up to?"
You know. Come on, Cade. Share.
Kay kind of nervously laughs and then looks at her and goes, well, I guess you'll be happy to know I've stopped doing some of that shady side work. I became a full-fledged adventurer. Kate's like she's like hiding a little bit, like their head, like they sunk their head into their neck a little bit, being like, how's she gonna respond to that? I was like, I know I always said I wanted to do and like expand the clinic and stuff, and I do, I still do. But I realized that I'm broke. I have no things, and everyone told me that I can't be a pack rat when we go on adventures anymore. So, I've been training a lot, doing a lot of jobs, and hopefully we can open up an orphanage or trade school or something soon. And I'm rambling, aren't I? Kate just looks at everyone.
Yeah, I think you're rambling a little bit.
Angus Cade just kind of looks over expectantly at Hannah, just being like, so, long story short, pretty seasoned adventurer now, and have a room at the inn that Ameko and Bethesda run that I get to call my own, and I'm doing okay for once. I'm not a little street gremlin anymore.
You were a street gremlin.
Yeah. I didn't really have a home for my entire life. Hannah just kind of like let me sleep here when I was a kid, and then it's kind of small. It's not meant for multiple people. So when I was like 16, I kind of just started doing odd jobs around the town and sleeping where I could.
Now she's a rich gremlin.
I am now a rich gremlin, I say, and I look at Hannah and I go, oh, I'm a rich gremlin. And I look at Hannah and I just start rifling through my bag of holding.
I wear a rich gremlin. Na 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 na.
Okay, what item? So, from my pouch, I'm going to hand her my little wooden holy symbol from when I was a kid, and
Oh,
just
yeah.
go, I want you to keep this safe. I found out more of who I am. I found out who they are, and I don't know. I just this feels like it should stay home in a place where I know I'll be able to come find it. And then I also hand her the wand of the mage armor that has 0 charges, but I look at her and I say, I'm going to get that fixed, and then if ever you feel in danger, you can at least use that on yourself to get yourself some protection, Kate says, and just kind of rambles and goes, because Sandpoint kind of safe now, but kind of also a target also, and I like everyone here not dead. Kate just looks in horror at Lily and Hannah, just being like, that's how I just said that. Okay. I'm not good with introducing people, Kate. Just exasperatedly looks at Lily and Hannah back and forth and just goes, okay, so Lily, Hannah, Lily, one of my good party members in my adventuring crew, Hannah, my adoptive mom. Both of you, healers, friends, yay.
Yeah, I don't mind being friends.
Hannah just laughs and she says, "Oh, Cade never change."
Kate just grins and says, I promise. And then I look over at Lily and I say, after our tea, who else would you like to meet? And then I name off a few people, like Jabrail or Vorvashali, the town guard.
Whoever else you have in mind. Surprise me.
I guess Vorvashali.
Yeah, Vorvashali could be a fun one. All right, so you guys finish your tea, you share some more stories, and then you head on down to the Feathered Serpent. Don't worry, I won't be deleting that dog drawing.
And
Dog.
I'm also sorry for the peanut gallery that is Panzer, who's being
Oh.
like, he's gone for a walk, but he's still like very very needy today.
Of course. That's his MO. The moment you're doing something else.
Yep.
I need love.
Like, he's not getting enough attention, so he's being like very very needy, aren't you, buddy? I thought I had him good and set up because he went, he peed, he pooed. I gave him snacks, and now he's like, no more attention. Your focus should only be on me.
Mm.
Ignoring the fact that when I was giving him attention, he was being mopey.
Of course.
Down next to me, so. Oh, she's still breathing. We're good.
I love the clarification.
So you walk in and Vorvashali is kind of just like, let me move him to somewhere else. Actually, he is gonna be sitting. He's like sprawled out on the couch in the corner over here.
I go, hey, V, what's up?
He's like, huh? What? Oh yeah. Hey. Sorry, slow day today. Gets up and starts walking over.
Kate just kind of like gives him a like slap on the back, like one of those like or shoulder kind of like things, being like, "Hey, wake up!
He
Are you done? I have
he
someone I want you to meet."
he looks past you and sees Lily, and like in a very very obviously like joking manner, he turns back to Kate and he just says, "Well, you got another pet?"
Hey, no, I have a new friend who can fuck both of our days up if she really wants to. So I just what?
What makes you say that, Kate?
You control if I live or die.
Oh, that's
And Pudge controls the weather.
That's
Did you feed him his peanut butter and jelly sandwich today?
No.
Are there any more left turns that I should know about here in this conversation before we proceed?
I think we're pretty good. I could just imagine Cade calling Marcus Pudge.
Hmm. So Vorvashali just says, "Well, I mean, it's been a little bit since I've seen you here. You must have something interesting for me."
Well, interested in your wares and also introducing my friend around town to people of note that I think are worth meeting. And you definitely make that list, sir.
He like puts a hand to his chest and just says, "I'm honored."
So
Let
Kate
me.
just grins and goes and looks at Lily and goes, so Farfashali is one of my acquaintances I knew from when I moved out of Hannah's. To put it lightly.
All right, let me try to figure out some items that he might have in stock. Okay. Is there anything specific you're looking for?
No, I was just kind of like trying to like, if anything caught my interest, I would get it. But it was more of so like letting Lily know what he has available and like what kind of shopping he does, but discreetly doing it without overtly being like, "Hey,
Oh yeah, okay. So kind of describe this for Lily. All around this like pretty dimly lit shop, you just see all manner of just wacky items, like things that are out of place, or at least seemingly out of place when it comes to what you would expect. Like there doesn't seem to be any kind of like focus to the inventory of the store here. It's all just random bullshit. Like no, like I don't really have any other better way to put it. Like
That's
you're
why I was like, I don't know how to describe it unless I try to buy something from him."
you're really not sure like how much of this stuff could be magical, if any of it's magical, if it's any rare expensive stuff. There's not much of a way to tell just by like a quick gaze all around the store. It's just it's complete chaos in here. Like he comes off, and you may have heard in conversations with your friends that like this is a guy who is oftentimes more interested in like the story behind an item than the item itself.
The collector of oddities.
That's
So if you have
yeah.
something that's got a good story for it, even if it's completely defunct and useless, he might be interested in it. Or even if it's, or you might be able to get something for a lower cost because he doesn't necessarily invest in its value monetarily. He invests in the value of the story you're going to use it for. So he's a fun person to bargain with and haggle with, Kate says, and you can pretty much find anything and nothing here at any time you walk in. It's kind of like my toy shop, kind of. As now an adult, you just kind of find whatever you could want here without knowing you wanted it.
All right. The first item he shows is it's actually a belt. See here. This. Okay. This belt has a couple of different charms on it. One appears to be like a like a like a fist, and the other one is looks like a boot almost. And
I ask about the boot.
he just says, "Yeah, these two things are on the same belt," and
Okay.
he just says, "Yeah, I actually managed to get this one surprisingly cheap. Um, well, cheap compared to what I would normally pay for it. That is, it's not objectively cheap, but I don't know. I liked I like these little charms on the front of the belt. They usually don't come with these. This is kind of cool.
He just kind of tries to like puts their hands out, looks at him, and says, "May I like to inspect it?"
Yep, and he tells you about it. And this is
No.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like that's useful for someone. Kate just kind of looks at Lily and goes, "See, this is what I'm talking about."
as in now, as in this is a +2 to both of these ability scores.
Ooh.
It's a 2-stat belt. Yeah.
Kate's gonna bargain with him and say, "So, what can I offer you for that in turn?" And starts opening their bag of holding and starts like, I'm gonna look at him and smirk, and I go, "Can I offer you an efficient? Oh, I don't. I sold that. A potion of protection from law."
He says you can. If I'm being honest with you, I would need more than that.
Oh, of course, Kate says. But Kate just kind of looks at their bag of holding and just kind of like, the other things I could hand you. I start pulling things out. I'm like, a
would you
trap
like
sword.
would you like to appraise the belt to figure out like what it might cost?
Kate's kind of looks up at Lily and Vershali and goes, thank you for not taking advantage of my dumbassery.
Hey, listen, if it weren't for you guys, my building would be rubble.
And Kate tries to appraise.
So let's see here. What's the DC for appraising things? Okay, so you're having a hard time coming up with like a kind of like a ballpark number. You just know that given the investment that you and your friends have put into belts before, whether buying them or making them, something like this is going to carry a fairly steep price tag.
Kate just kind of trails off and goes, Can we put a pin in that and come back with that?
Sure, yeah.
I definitely want that.
I've got plenty more to show you. Let me roll up something else. No, I don't want to do that. Okay, yes. Okay.
Hi, kitty.
All right, so he has another this is another like pretty expensive looking item on display. It is actually hanging up on the wall over here, all the way in the far end here. It is a mask that looks like it's made out of ivory, and it's been fashioned into the likeness of a human skull. However, the lower jaw is missing.
Okay.
It looks like it was done to allow the bottom of the wearer's face to remain visible. He pulls it off the wall, hands it to you to look at, and he says, "Yeah, this is another one. This one of my connections. He's been really finding the weird stuff lately, man. Let me tell you. This is it's called the Mask of the Skull, aptly named, as you can see. And this is what he told me that it does. He'll explain it to you.
Fuck, I want that. What can I do? I want that. Kay just looks at Lily and goes, "This is also the more horrid side of this place, but I want that. That's fucking awesome."
Oh my.
He kind of just looks at her with like excitement and just kind of goes, "Do you see why this place is cool, or is it just weird to you? We can meet other people."
It's pretty cool.
He looks at you and he says, "Now, I don't want you to get too worried about making a decision right now. Given the people in this town, and well, I won't lie to you, I really like the look of this mask myself, but I'm not expecting it to move anytime soon."
Kay just kind of starts plotting in their head and goes, I look at Lily and I go, "We should probably tell everyone else about the belt and see if anyone needs it." And then looks at Vashali and says, "I really do appreciate all that you do here, man. This is quality artifacts and gear here every time."
What can I say? I know some interesting people. I've got other things if you want to look at them.
I mean, always. Whether or not Lily's into shopping right now or still wants to meet others is also a welcome input, and I can imagine that some others might want some of the things you have to offer.
I kind of want to meet more people.
Kate just kind of looks at Vashali and like kind of whispers to me like, "Save that for me."
He just gives a nod of approval, saying, "Come on, you guys are like my favorite customers. Of course, I'll hold on to it for you."
Kate just thanks him and says, "It was good to see you, and I'll definitely be in touch."
All right, so before you guys head on out to, or actually, you guys will head out and go to wherever you want to take Lily to next. In the interest of staying here, though, we're gonna have Dream, who's taking a little bit of a break from crafting, walk in.
Yeah.
It's only crafting.
Dream Vorvashali sees you come in, and he's like, "Oh man, you just missed some of your friends. They were here a little while ago. I showed them this cool mask, and he hasn't even like put it back on the wall yet. He just hands it to you and explains it to you like he did Kaede, and that's all the description of it."
Wait, okay, so
Yeah. Literally just yeet, you're dead.
Hey man, I like that thing.
He's like, "I knew you would." Won't lie to you though, it's pretty expensive.
How much we talking?
Ah man, this is like a lot. Like
Hey,
He's like, we're talking. We're talking like 20,000 gold, my friend.
20,000. I mean, I think that's like all my money.
That's all my money.
Let me see here. Oh, that's more than all your money.
Yeah, I think it's more than all my money.
Yeah. He's got a couple other things that he's like eager to show you.
How many
First,
other masks you got? I want a mask.
Right? Kaede is serious
let's
voice.
see. Does he have any other masks? Let's see here. Okay, so let's see. Head slot items. What did I roll? Here we go. Okay, so the only other mask he has right now is a mask that looks really similar to one that you guys had gotten previously. Shows to you, and indeed it is labeled as a stalker's mask.
Doctor. Oh.
You remember that this mask was picked up from, I believe it was the Skin Saw Man. Way back. Aldrin Foxglove. Let's see here. Yes, it was him. So, as a reminder, this mask gives you. Let's see here. Here we go. You get a +5 competence bonus to your stealth. And once per day as a full round action, you can use the mask to take on the appearance of any creature of your size and shape, it being humanoid, within 60 feet of you that you can observe. And this gives you a +10 to disguise checks made to appear as that creature. And this also, while you're transformed, it gives you a +2 to attack and damage rolls made against the creature you're disguised as.
Hmm. I really like the skull mask.
As far as other items worn on the head, he has a circlet of persuasion, which I think you guys know about already. And there's one other item that I don't think is familiar to you. So yeah, it is. This is a hat made of cloth, and it is strangely shapeless and kind of floppy looking. But he says, "Hey, now looks can be deceiving. This hat is something that, believe it or not, could help you in a fight." He explains that it does the following. This item is called a buffering cap.
Huh. I like that. I like that a lot, actually.
Yeah, he sees that you're kind of interested in it, and he goes, "Yeah, this one's priced to move. I can tell you that much.
How much we talking?
It could be had for only 2,000."
How about 1,000? And I have some purified stardust with your name on it.
You know, that might be a decent deal, especially with the festival tomorrow.
There's a festival tomorrow?
Oh yeah, festival dedicated to Desna, just like the one back in the fall. This is well, it's actually called the Ritual of Stardust, so kind of perfect timing.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, it's great. We all we build some bonfires and we gather around and sing some songs, and hey, what better way to enhance that experience than some drugs?
I'm in total agreement. In that case, I'll throw you a couple of top hats.
Oh man, I haven't had a top hat in years. It's
I love that it's called top hat.
You're too kind, my friend.
So yeah, I'm gonna throw him like I think 4 doses of the Stardust and 2 top hats.
Okay, cool. So he will gladly accept that offer, plus the gold. I'll just remove from the platinum, so it'll be all 100 platinum that you had plus the drugs, and you were the proud owner of a new buffering cap.
Yes, sir. What else does he got?
All right, so he has. Let's see what I've already rolled up here. Okay. Okay, so next he shows you a couple of items that look like they're meant to be worn around the neck. These would replace your anti-disease thing, so you may not be in the market for these items, but I'll show them to you regardless. So the first item is it looks like it almost looks like a clasp that's meant to kind of like fasten your cloak. It is made of amber, and there is an ancient fossilized insect trapped inside of it. He explains that this item is called a Swarmbane clasp, and here's what it does. Oh, no, hold on, that's not it. I didn't copy. Thought I did.
Just another floppy hat.
Yeah, not a floppy hat.
It's interesting, but it's a little specific.
The other one is there's an amulet with a gem inside of it. The gem currently is just gray. Nothing is like glowing or showing inside of it. It's just a gray gem. He explains that this is an amulet of elemental strife, which does the following. he has a couple more things to show. First up is this item just appears to be a set of linen bandages. They are extremely soft to the touch. However, they do have a bit of an odor to them that suggests an origin that is not quite natural. But he explains that these are bandages of rapid recovery. They do this. Oh my god, I did it again. Hold on.
That is sending psychic vibes.
Here we go. And then the other item is looks like a set. The last item looks like a set of claws. He just says, "Tell me, you think you're gonna be climbing anything soon?"
Probably not. I can fly.
Ah, well, okay. Well, at any rate, here's what this thing does. This item is called Claws of the Ice Bear. And they assist you in climbing and acrobatics. You can also gain the benefits of spider climb, and you can use them as a weapon as well.
Oh, the linen bandages are pretty cool.
Yeah, so those are. So one thing to note is that they are single use. However, they are priced appropriately. Vorvashali explains that the cost of one set of bandages is only 200 gold.
$200 per set.
Yeah. But they last until you recover all your hit points. Once they're applied, that is.
I'll take 4 of them.
Okay. He gives you a bit of a discount for buying 4 of them. He'll charge you 700 for 4 of them.
Bet.
Okay. At that point, Vorvashali just looks at you. He says, "Well, that's all I have this week. But come find me at the festival tomorrow. We'll have a good time." All right. So, where else are Kaede and Lilly going?
Where else are we going?
Otherwise, I can move to something else if you guys would rather.
Well, I'm kind of following Gage, so.
Okay. Well, in the meantime, I'll move on to something else, and then we can always come back to it. So let's go back to the bigger Sandpoint map here. as you are walking through the town, just enjoying the cold weather, perhaps, and kind of just also the ability to take a load off after another harrowing adventure. Dino, you spot Shayless on the beach. She is currently getting some training in.
Hey.
You notice that she's kind of set up like different like piles of rocks, sort of like training dummies. Um, she is using a different weapon than when you and Edge were trying to get her started. Uh, she's using a whip as a weapon here, sort of just training and um, hitting the targets, seeing if she's got enough force behind her blows to knock any of the rocks over. Um, she even has her little iguanodon buddy with her, and the small dinosaur is of course not quite equipped for this kind of weather, but it still nonetheless seems to be doing okay.
He's just a baby.
And she's like hyper focused on what she's doing. She actually doesn't spot you just yet. But
Very interesting. I'm gonna transform into a Emperor Cobra.
okay, what size is that?
I'm art sized. And I'm gonna try to sneak over and get her in our grapple while she's not paying attention.
Okay, roll stealth.
Guidance. Well,
Strangely enough, even though you aren't exactly being very quiet, she does not notice you, and she continues lashing out her whip at the rocks, attempting to knock some of them over, like I was saying, and yeah, she does not detect you as you approach, even at your size.
all right. Once I'm close to her, I'm just gonna like hurry up and wrap around her to completely immobilize her.
All right, roll combat maneuver. Okay. Yeah, you wrap yourself around her legs, and then you start kind of working your way up. The iguanodon tries to kind of like jump towards the two of you and stop you, but it's still just a baby. It can't do too much.
It's a thought that counts.
Yeah, of course. Shayless like tries to kind of pry you off. She will make give her an escape artist check to try and get out. Yeah, it's not gonna work. So she kind of just ends up kind of just like falling over to her side, and she's like, what the hell, get off me, like, still trying to pull you off, but to no avail.
I'm gonna get right front. I'm gonna get like right front of her face. I'm just gonna give her this shit-eating grin. And then I'm gonna have Tromper translate for me. Hey there. Hey, how's the training going?
And to that, she shakes her head and she's like, "Even as a snake, I know that smile anywhere."
I really let go and transform back.
Okay, so yeah, you drop your form.
As glad as I am to see you training out here, Shayla, you gotta be aware at all times. Otherwise, shit like that's gonna happen.
Eh,
She just says, "Yeah, you're right." So,
Yes,
what have
I
you been
am.
up to?
You know, normal stuff. Being awesome, saving the world, being awesome. Usual.
You already mentioned that.
Yeah, but it's twice as important to mention it. So how's life for you going?
No, I think it's been going pretty well. I mean, ever since that dragon showed up here, it was a well, definitely a bit of a reality check and a reminder that there may come a day that you guys aren't might not be around when something goes wrong. So I need to increase my efforts.
Very true. And it's always great to see you training. And also, look at this little guy. Not many animals his size would dare take on something that much bigger than he is. Yet he tried to save you anyway. He's got quite a little companion there.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how he's been growing. It's still been a little bit interesting at home, but what can you do? It's 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 a blessing to have this little guy in my life.
Told you so. He's gonna keep you alive one day.
Oh, I'm
All
sure.
in the now.
Yeah, I believe you. Um, I don't think he's ready to learn how to fight yet, but we'll get there.
Soon enough. Soon enough. Anywho, the whip. I see you've moved on from the longsword.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'd prefer something lighter.
No, no, it's a fine weapon. Got its uses. Like, there's not really a best weapon per se, just whatever weapon speaks to you.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, I still have the training sword. I've been working at it, but I don't know. I've been thinking about many different things. One of those actually being, maybe I should change my ways a little bit and gain some faith. And well, I know that there is a goddess who's pretty accepting of people like me, and that's Callistria. And well, whips are something that she favors. So I thought I'd try my hand at it. And well, gotta say it's been going pretty well so far. I mean, I don't know how much I can do with this compared to a sword, but feels better for me. So would have I know I understand there was a disaster in the town the other day. Something about a sinkhole. I don't know. I didn't go over there.
Yeah, speaking of gods and goddesses, you're familiar with Mashu, aren't you?
A bit. Yeah. I mean, I've never been one to really study up on religion that much. This is kind of all new to me, but well, suffice to say, I've heard the name, and I know what she's about.
Yeah, it opened up to her shrine, and a new entrance led there, full of demons, demonic dogs, some wizard named Squidward, I think it was. I don't know. He wasn't really much of a challenge. I gotta say, I handled it as per usual, perfectly.
SpongeBob. What a strange name for a man.
No kidding. You'd think he would have at least 8 legs.
Oh, you're too funny. Well,
I know, right?
I'm glad that you and your friends have dealt with it. I mean, like I said, I didn't want to go over there myself. I wouldn't want to. She says this with like a little bit of like an eye roll. She's like, I wouldn't want to disappoint my parents again, or worse, get myself killed.
Disappoint your parents again. I'm not sure if you're joking or not, Shayla's, but a single monster from there you couldn't take on. No offense, but again, these were demons of Lamashtu we're talking about.
Oh, that's not lost on me. Trust me. I'm nowhere near as capable as you and your friends, but that's why I asked for help.
Fair enough, fair enough.
So what's next for you?
Oh, next we gotta find this way to Runeforge before this almighty and powerful, I do air quotes, that almighty and powerful wizard or rune lord or whatever the hell they want to be called.
That's exciting. Where's that going down?
I'm trying to figure that out now because all of them are somewhat hidden, and we gotta find like these 7 keys are scattered throughout.
Hmm. Well, as always, I wish you luck. I mean, I'll tell you this though. You better you and she just before she says this, she actually like cracks the whip. She goes, "You better bring me back a souvenir."
Fair enough.
There's been a distressing lack of such things from all your other trips around the world. She gives you like a little like a wry smile.
Yeah, sorry about that. I can't go through 1 week without a life, like a reality-threatening being on my hands.
That's just so wild that all this is happening here. I just, this used to be just such a quiet little town where nothing really happened. I just hope that when this is all over, it'll go back to that.
Not sure that's a good idea. As much as a quiet town sounds nice, but if you're unprepared, the same thing's gonna happen like last time, except this time we may not be around. So you think I'm not gonna be around forever. Even if I gain enlightenment from my druidic powers, one day I won't be here anymore. So I gotta leave something behind. I've been thinking maybe teach me more.
I mean, it's fair to say you've left quite an impression on this town, and me, of course. And just, I'm lucky to have met you.
Are you saying that Kat is not the only one who's found love on this journey?
I guess not. Let's go.
Dino found some love.
Perhaps.
Aww.
And yeah,
Aww.
she gives you a warm embrace. She also motions over to Chopper to hop on down to the beach, to the sand, and to have another sort of encounter / meeting with her little guy.
What do you think of naming the little one?
You know, I don't know. It's been it's been what, a few weeks now. And I don't know. I just never really feel like I've never really had the time to sit down and think about it. You have any ideas?
Once you really start training him, it's really good to start with them responding to a name.
Oh, for
Something
sure.
short,
For
sweet and
sure.
catchy.
Yeah, I agree. It is important to, well, I'd have to believe that this would only strengthen our bond. So you're right. I'll have to make that a priority.
Excellent.
So how long do you think you'll be here before you leave?
Well, unless some other comeuppance like another giant seagull appears out of nowhere or threatens the town, we're probably going to be staying a few weeks. We got to figure out what our next move's going to be. So, up until that point, I got all the time in the world.
All right, great, great. So yeah, I'll make sure to see you a bunch more before you go. Pay you a visit at the inn or something. And again, gives you like a little smirk.
Very nice. Very nice.
Give her a kiss now.
You aren't here.
I know.
I mean, if you don't take the initiative, she's going to do it for you.
So be it. I'm going to pick her up off her feet again.
Aw, that's adorable. Oh, you don't like to be called adorable?
Out.
Why?
Even Tanner thinks it's adorable, and I'm sad.
Kristen, you're adorable.
Nah. Anyway, back to the game.
Yeah.
So
Sweep
yeah,
her off her feet and do something else.
with that, Shayless kind of just she resumes her training. She doesn't mind you staying there for as long as you feel the need to. But it's, you can also hear her as she's doing this. She's kind of like talking under her breath, like trying to think of ideas for names. And with every one that she comes up with, she just like shakes her head. She's like, "Oh, that's not it." Like she's struggling, but you do notice that her form has gotten a lot better. She's really been working on, like, I guess, like the basics of like fighting, like even like without a weapon. Like she has like good form and follow through. Like I mentioned, like her stance looks good. Like she's gotten the fundamentals down, and now it's really just about like developing that finer technique and strength to really really make the gains more obvious.
Very nice. Some people wish they can learn a weapon that fast.
So yeah,
Cough,
so yeah, there's definitely like a certain sense of satisfaction coming to you, like as like, hey, I'm a good teacher.
Damn right.
Okay, so that I can check that off for now. Allie, since you're back, was there anywhere else that you wanted to have Kaede take Lilly today, or did you want to like save that for another day, or did you let me know? Are you muted? No, you're not muted.
Who you were asking?
I'm asking, Kaede.
Am I muted?
No, you weren't. I thought you were because I didn't hear a response, but no, you're good. No, I was just
I was
asking.
talking. Okay.
Were you?
Yeah,
Oh,
Kate's
huh.
yeah. So Kate was saying that they didn't want to bombard Lily, so they didn't want to introduce them to everyone in the day. But like I was thinking of like Jabrail, the town guard.
Okay.
The mayor. Hello, mayor.
Okay, so the guard and the mayor would probably be around at the festival tomorrow anyway. Jabrail likely wouldn't be attending the festival itself, but with a lot of the townsfolk going to be participating, it's a pretty good opportunity to bring Lily over to the feed bag to meet Jabrail and see what he's about. So for now, I think I'll advance to the next day, being Sunday, which it also is in the real world.
Let's
So
go.
we are now at the 21st of Kuthona, which is the winter solstice. As I said, there are a few different festivals going on. One, like I said, is the Ritual of Stardust, which is a dedication to Desna. But as you come downstairs, let me adjust. Actually, Jareem will be back at full health by now. As you come downstairs for your usual breakfast, you noticed that there are several like crystal like prisms that are hung up throughout the Rusty Dragon on the inside. Ameko is like in the process of like hanging up some more. She actually has like an easel set up somewhere else, and she's like got like she's working on painting something as well. Bethana is handling all of the cooking of breakfast this morning. And she says, Mako greets you all. Says, "Hey, I know. I don't think any of you follow the religion that I do, but happy Crystal Hue." And she says, "Bethana will handle your breakfast. Just let her know what you want, and she'll whip it up for you."
Don't take any excuse to celebrate. Let's fucking go.
To anyone interested, Ameko explains that Crystal Hue is a holiday celebrated today on the winter solstice among followers of Shaylin, the goddess of beauty. And it's tradition to hang crystals in your place of business or even outside in order to spread the light that hits them, and with luck, with the sun hitting properly, you can see as actually those of you who go towards like more towards like the front door of the Rusty Dragon, you see that the immediate footpath, like 3 steps in front of the door, is a rainbow as light has hit the prism and scattered into the street, creating like a rainbow pattern on the ground.
I like this holiday.
Another thing you notice is that Ameko has dyed a single bright purple streak in her hair, which is also part of celebrating.
Good.
And she says, "Yeah, you know, there aren't too many people here like me who worship Shaylin, but you'll see them around today. They'll be outside. Some of them will be working on a painting like I am, or you might find some people busking, playing their instruments, just in the hopes of making a little extra money for the holiday and making everyone here smile a bit more." And at this point, she looks over at Ursuline and she says, "You follow Desna, right? Are you going to be partaking in the ritual tonight?"
thinking about it, yeah.
Oh.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's here in Sandpoint is one of the better places to see it. It's mostly Desna followers here, so I mean, at least it's the biggest I've ever seen. They really do it up. There's multiple bonfires all around town. You hear all sorts of really great songs through the night. Even for someone like me who doesn't worship Desna, it's a day I look forward to.
Sorry, my dog was kicking me.
Oh no.
Okay, if I show you what she's doing right now, it's fucking crazy. She's like cockroaching on my bed. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna turn to Kaede and be like, Kaede, would you like to go with me?
Yeah, of course, Kate says.
Aw,
Happy
it's a date.
Kate just slaps Dino on the shoulder as hard as possible without even looking.
Cat just looks at her and goes, but it is.
But Dino's making fun of me, so therefore smack.
Okay.
Making fun of you, Kate? No, I would never. With the biggest grin on my face.
Kate just kind of just starts laughing instead of doubling down on the smacking. It looked vice versa.
God, you smell. Oh my God, you smell. Stop breathing on me.
Well then, fair, Kate says.
No, not you. Talking to Chomper.
Kate just kind of just
Hey,
grins and goes,
Chomper
"Okay."
has minty breath. He brushes his teeth every morning. Thank you very much.
It's
He's a
fine. Like, you
dinosaur.
think in this day and age in the game there's toothbrushes and toothpaste? I think not. Not even a dentist in this game. No, my dog's breath is rank.
Side note.
Did your dog eat poop? Because one of mine did earlier.
Dogs do
Ew.
that. They double down on that shit.
Well, no, it's
She's
like
licking her, and she's licking her crotch right now. So like,
Yeah,
Skate-
dogs are the best.
Yeah, that's normal.
Skaith likes to eat specifically Ember's poop.
I'm
It's-
sorry, what?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
he doesn't eat his own poop, but he'll eat her poop.
And you're like, why? Why do I have to
Animal
defend you
poop.
from this?
They
Why are
eat
dogs
other
like this?
animals' poop because nutrition, like black, like
They're
they.
cleaning up, hiding
Well,
shit.
they're not cleaning up. They're just eating whatever nutrients haven't been digested. Licking. It makes grody noises.
Someone else is echoing your mic, so I just hear you talking about this twice, and it's kind of hysterical. Everyone goes silent. Hello, all. So
The
yes, we want to go to the
aristocrats.
festival. Kate would like to go to the festival.
Okay, so
To
we
the
can
festival, let's go. Edward. Sorry.
Edward. Man, it's a shame that series kind of died out, but anyway, yeah. So you guys we will go ahead and kind of fast forward to the evening.
Is Dino coming?
Yeah, whoever wants to
I just go.
check out the festival
go.
can do
Dino,
so.
Are you going to this?
Cat's totally checking it out.
Fucking why not? I'll take any
Yeah.
excuse to celebrate.
Yeah, I'm going to.
I was going
Okay.
to drag you anyway.
We're all
I'm capable of dragging anyone to anything, tiny cat.
Cade
You don't know
could.
that.
You could drag Cade. Cade would easily be dragged. Just drop the bag of holding, and then I'm very lightweight.
So yeah, you guys walk around through the town. I don't really have a map for this, but you spot a few people like Ameko was describing, like a few Shaylin worshippers who have set up small tables outside their homes to sell various carvings, sculptures, other other small like handmade crafts, uh, even like like small paintings, things of that nature. Just any piece of art really as dedication to their faith. But for the most part, yeah, you see like the town square actually kind of the area near where the sinkhole is. There is a larger bonfire set up there. Um, there there's also looking at this map, just trying to figure out like where good places to be. Uh, there's a much smaller bonfire in front of the cathedral. Um, in the front of it, as in the back, is where a lot of the ground that covers the graveyard is. There's another bonfire out on the beach, and yeah, like even from like a good distance away, you can make out the various singing voices that are all coming together to celebrate the ritual Stardust. Um, in some cases, you see people tossing various powders into the bonfires to generate certain colors out of the flames. You see some greens, some purple, some blues. Everyone is just intent on wishing everyone a good night, and having good dreams tonight, and anticipation and excitement for the coming new year. Some mention the night of the Pale, it being sort of like New Year's Eve, um, which that since Kat, since you had a game you mentioned to me you were interested in that kind of gets your attention. But yeah, overall, it's a good night. You guys spot most of the townspeople that you've come to have a good relationship with. You run into Vorvashali, you run into Hannah. Um, like I said, you don't see Jabrail, but like Daverin's there from the stables. Um, Mayor Deverin, Sheriff Hemlock attend. Some of the guards are there just maintaining a presence, make sure nothing disastrous happens. No one like gets set on fire or anything. But for the most part, the guards are mostly relaxed and enjoying themselves as well. Does anyone want to sort of like interact here with people, or maybe I don't know, like if Kaede wanted to like slip off with Lilly to go find Jabrail, that could be a thing too.
Yeah, I'll
think,
go find Jabril too.
Naturally.
yeah,
Kat has like totally went to find Sava and it's like, you have to show me everything that happens during this festival, and is like getting her to give her a tour.
Yeah, I would say Savo is probably one of the first people you guys found, as the bonfire is more towards the like the garrison area, are not far from Sava's armory at all. So Kat kind of finds Sava and sort of like disappears with her, and sort of like gets the whole rundown of everything I've kind of just described about this particular festival. Sava also explains the Night of the Pale a little bit, saying that it's a night for sort of reverence, and but also some people who do celebrate it do so out of fear that they just want the ghosts of the recently departed to just pass over their homes without incident.
That just
And,
looks like so we're going, right?
of course.
Savage just says, "Well, it's not so much a festival that you go to. It's more of an inward celebration. It's you keep your loved
Okay.
ones close, and
Cat looks at her hopefully, like, we can do the thing. We can do the thing.
Sava's like, sure, we can do the thing, whatever that means.
I don't know. I'm asking you. It just sounds really cool.
But yes, I would like to spend these nights with you, of course. You know, I don't. You said you're going to be here for a few weeks, right? Before you leave again.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I'm always worried about you when you're not here. I don't know if it's going to be the last time that I see you. You know,
Dude, I'm too stubborn to die.
this
If
is
I'm
true.
around.
I
Kay just
believe
goes,
you.
facts. Jeez.
Hey, come on. I prevented Ursula from meeting an untimely end by, like, terrifying her back alive.
I do remember that.
What did you do?
I scared the shit out of you to make you not die.
Oh yeah, I guess.
Like, yeah, that happened. Like, oh, I have to tell you about that. That was fun.
Oh,
I
trust
essentially
me,
threatened.
I want to hear all about it.
Like, wait, did I not tell you about, like, threatening to kill her again if she dared to die because Kaede was gonna kill everybody? Good times.
Whoopsies.
Wait, I'm pretty sure that, like, Kat is describing this like a big grin, like it's no big deal. Like, it was so much fun. And Saf was just looking horrified, like, what the fuck?
Don't mind me.
Yeah, and yeah, that does sound very very cat-like. But no, Sava kind of walks you over to kind of the bonfire, like right in the middle of the town square. She finds like a good seat for both of you to just sit and enjoy the night together. And she just throws her arm around you and just says, just tell me whatever you want to tell me. I'm listening, and I never get bored
Kat
of
just goes
I
all
never
out.
get
It's like,
bored
okay,
of
so
this.
here's what happened in our last adventure. Sorry, I didn't tell you earlier because I got very distracted about, like, the quill we found. Because there's pretty colors. Also, like, talking to other planes things and maybe telling the future. Mostly pretty colors. And, like, Kat just, like, goes off on her about, like, what happened in the most recent adventure, how, you know, Ursula almost died, Kat, like, terrified her back into being, and...
And yeah, like Sava just eats it all up. Like she's just amazed that this sort of thing even existed underneath the town. At one point, she looks at you and she says, "Well, you know, if you hadn't dealt with it, you might have had to pick up and leave and find somewhere else. I don't know if I could stay in a town with demons living under it."
I mean, to be fair, would you have really noticed?
I mean, it's
Not
hard to.
that you're not that you're, like, unobservant, just like they would be underground.
Well, I can tell you that it's kind of hard to miss a sinkhole that's within spitting distance of my shop.
Oh, that's true. I'm sorry. I was trying to be comforting. I think I kind of mixed the bog there.
Ah, no, it's fine. It's fine. I feel like I'm reacting to this like anyone would, but sometimes I forget that you and your friends aren't just anyone. You're all amazing people. I mean,
You know you're also amazing, right? Like, I can't do half the shit you do.
oh come on. I just make and sell weapons and armor. You and your friends use it to do great things. You're all heroes.
Yeah, not really by choice. Or, okay, them by choice. Me, I kind of landed here with nothing to my name, which, you know, considering the way I grew up was hard. I'm not used to not having money. I mean, now I have money. I wasn't used like being broke. Never a thing that ever happened to me. I don't know what that's like. Or I mean, now I know what it's like, but I didn't know what it was like.
Well, I imagine that you'll, with everything you've done, that you'll continue to not have to worry about money.
I'm kind of loaded now. It's nice. All
Yeah,
that
I
means
bet.
that I can bet. All that means that I can buy more weapons from you. I've never been so excited about weapons before. Sorry, I'm just if I'm rambling. I'm just really happy to be home.
I'm happy you're home too. She kind of just like rests her head on your shoulder.
Well, I think in game this is the first time Kat has referred to it as home.
I think
And, like,
so,
meant
yeah.
it.
Well, in waking life, yeah, I think you mentioned it once in the dream, but yeah.
Yeah. So, by the way, that's a thing.
Sava just like picks her hand up as if she was raising an imaginary glass, and she just says,
Oh, I didn't say that out loud. Sorry, that was me.
"No,
I
no,
should
no,
have
I
said.
know, I know, I know." But yeah,
Okay.
she still does this. She's just like, "Well, here's hoping that next year is a bit less exciting than this one." I don't know how much more of this I could take.
Wait, to be fair, I don't think this is normal. At least I'm hoping it's not.
If you said it was normal, you must have lived some kind of life before you came here.
Dude, I became a pirate to get away from a dude who was harassing me. So
Sava just like thinks on that, and she says, "Yeah, I could see that."
that's great. I bankrupted his family.
Oh, do tell.
Well, no is a complete sentence, and he didn't understand that. And I'm just gonna leave it there.
Fair enough. Still, that's jeez. Remind me never to cross you.
To be fair, I've been a bit too busy to be that bored and petty.
Oh, that's good. My vast my vast armory empire is saved.
I don't think you could do that. Besides, I don't think you could do that to me. Like, even if all else fails.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'd like to think I'm not capable of something like that.
and I'm not one for taking down small businesses. Now, if you become rich and famous and become rich and famous and build a factory and exploit all the people here, that's a whole other story.
We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Yeah.
Elsewhere in the festival, Father Xanthus actually spots Ursula in the crowd, and he walks over to her, and he says, "Ah, so the most famous follower in the town has arrived. It's so good to see you here."
It's
All right.
good to see everyone here.
Yeah, Father Xanthus getting left on red by Urslan. because she's muted. Oh no. In the meantime, let's go to the feedback, I guess.
Let's go already.
Let's go. Let's go to the feedback. All right, perfect. Most of the tokens that I need are already in here.
Love to see it. Oh god.
Jabrail's two best customers and Lilly arrive.
Hello.
Here we are.
So Lilly, you walk in and you see a tavern that is pretty similar in size to the Rusty Dragon. There's no like upper floor really or like inn attached to this place. It's basically just a tavern with there's a section with like some like a lounge, more like a lounge area with like some couches laid out, but it's mostly tables and a big bar. And behind said bar is Jabrail, a young looking, well, relatively young looking human guy, and he sees you guys walk in and he's like, "Oh, great, some company." I was worried I'd have to close up early with no one coming in here with all the festivals going on.
Too bad.
Nah, man, you're the party.
I mean, I don't know if I'd say that. I do supply the party though. Well, sometimes.
I just knocked my headset off, so if everything was loud, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
So I heard I don't supply the party, but I mean I do sometimes, and that's all I heard.
Yeah, he says like it's not like he is the party, but he does supply it sometimes.
Okay, then grins at him and goes, "That's literally half the party, my friend."
Well, you know, if I'm being honest, the stuff going on tonight, it's well, at least for what I provide, it's not that kind of party. It's supposed to just be a feel good occasion for the town, and you know, I sort of just choose to stay out of it just because I know that oftentimes what I do isn't exactly welcome here.
Well, Borbashali seems to disagree.
Listen, Vorvashali is an animal, and he will do anything, anywhere, anytime. That man, I don't know how that man is still alive. If I'm being honest with you,
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
but I certainly count him among my friends. So, what brings you here? Shouldn't you be outside celebrating?
That's exactly why we're here.
Oh well, have to say, I haven't gotten too much in since the last time you were here. It was so recent, but perhaps I have something that could interest you. Give me a moment. And he begins to look through his stuff to see if he has anything that he hasn't already tried to sell you. And sure enough, he does. One of the things that he pulls out is something that you're already very familiar with. He has some more sleepy salt.
Oh, nice.
He has little baggies of a powdery substance. This actually is in several different colors, but mostly like darker blues and like kind of like olive green. Like those are the two like most often seen colors out of what he has. He hands one of the bags over for you to look at, and he just says, "Don't let the colors fool you. They don't do anything different from each other. This stuff is just called troll dust."
I like it.
This is very simple. I'll type out what it does.
Do. That's kind of ironic that you smoke something to be acid resistant.
The last item that he has, because as you said, you basically cleaned him out last time you were here. This is another small bag that has a very dark powder in it, almost black. He says there are some different names for this one. I like to call it Dream Mist, but your mileage may vary here. He says, now you need to be very careful with this one, and you need to make sure that you do it the right way.
Cade perks up at this. So do it all and do it wrong. Got it.
Swallow the whole bag.
Oof it.
If you don't do it the right way, well, I'll be honest, it could just straight up kill you.
Fun stuff.
What you want to do now, this is going to sound like a lot of a process here, but trust me, it's very simple. You take the powder, you brew it up into some hot water like you would with tea, and all you have to do is inhale the vapor. That's it. You don't do anything else with it. You don't eat the powder, you don't drink the tea. I know you're smarter than this, but my average customer isn't, so I just need to be very clear that you don't fuck this up and get yourself killed.
So sniff the forbidden tea. Got it.
And I've just put what that does in the chat.
What am I here for?
Yeah, that sounds like what we're doing today.
And I didn't add the part where at the very end where it says it's very illegal in every region of the world. That was on the on the table that I rolled from, and I was like, yeah, that does sound something that would be extremely illegal.
Yeah, so Cade's gonna look at Jareem and go, so when we get back to the inn, are we just gonna go hide this stuff and do it, or are we...
We're gonna make it.
We're making tea. Okay, it says.
And then maybe I could have some uses for the tea as well.
Very much so. I like that. We wine and dine with enemies. It's a very good thing to offer because we know for a fact it smells delicious. Dream and Kate are plotting murder with drugs. Don't mind us.
Yeah.
Gonna
So
get
yeah, I'm gonna
high?
take the troll dust too.
What was that? Sorry.
I'll take the troll dust too.
I heard the pole dust, and I was
Okay,
like, what's
okay.
the pole dust?
So how much of each?
5 doses of each.
Okay. And did you want more sleepy salt or?
Yeah, why not?
5 of that too?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm giggling at the fact it's called sleepy salt.
Yeah, sleepy
I
salt.
know we've discussed this before, but
Sleepy salt, as a reminder, it's basically the opposite of sharp sugar. You gain some temporary hit points and some resistance to bludgeoning damage for 1 hour, but at the end of the hour, you go to sleep for an additional hour. Not really something that can be avoided.
What if you like clothespin your eyes open?
I don't know. I don't know of anyone that's attempted that, but
It just looks slightly in horror at Jareem being like, I'm not gonna try that.
yeah.
I don't want any of this.
So leave me out of this loop. I want no part of it.
So Jabrail puts it at 150 gold for everything. Just because of the highly illegal nature of the vapor.
Yeah, I'll hand it over to him.
Okay. So you got all those now.
I'll be right back.
Okay. So as I continue to check things off, oh, maybe she went to sleep. And now that I think about it, she's still muted.
No, my brother's in my room annoying me.
Oh, sorry. I was trying to do a thing with you.
Oh, I do, but I was screaming at him that I want to go to bed.
So yeah, basically, while you're at the festival, Father Xantus would approach you and basically say like, "Oh, you know, it's the most famous Desna follower in town. I'm so glad that you came out to the ritual tonight."
I wouldn't say I'm famous.
It just kind of slaps your arm playfully and goes, "Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, you are."
I thought Kate went to go to the drug dealer. Like,
Well, this was earlier before I left.
oh, okay.
The timeline here is the timeline is Father Xantus came up to you before they left to go to Jabril.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I didn't.
What the fuck are you doing? Oh my god, sorry. I gotta have my brother in my room.
It's okay.
The dog is chewing something cold on my bed. It's rude. I wouldn't say I'm famous.
I would say you are.
How
At
am I
least we're
famous?
here. Oh, we're heroes for this entire small tiny town. We've saved them multiple times from doom and death.
Stop! Get the fuck out of my room!
Father Xantus kind of just looks over towards you and says, "But all of these, you know, how could you say that you're not famous? The entire town loves you and all of your friends. Look at all these smiling faces. They're all so glad to see you."
Who would be glad to see me?
It's true.
But you didn't know me.
I do. I like you. That should be enough. Cade glares at everyone around them.
Well, I'm new, so, yeah.
New, so, yeah.
Father Xantus, he just says, "Well, they all know that you've saved their lives at one time or another."
Fair. I guess so. Yeah.
So here, why don't you come with me? And he hands you, gives you like a big handful of some kind of like powdery substance. He says,
Drug, is it?
"No, it's not drugs. It's Father Xantus. He's not going to give you drugs." So
It could be like dream in disguise or some shit. Like, well,
I love it.
he looks towards you and says, "Do they do anything like this where you came from? I know you said you're from where, Riddleport, right? Was that it?"
yeah, we don't really celebrate anything in the court except death and crime.
That's very sad. Well, take this powder, toss it into the fire. It'll make you feel better, and you'll see what it's like to have the celebration you deserve.
Take the dust and I put it in the fire.
All right, so you toss it into the fire, and sure enough, it's just a brilliant stream of colors that shoot up from the fire and sort of like dance around in the air like an aurora. You see like your purples and blues, which are the colors that are really more associated with Desna, but also some others. A little bit of green, a little bit of red, and it's just a dazzling display, and everyone seeing you do this. They kind of stand up from their from the ground or chairs or whatever they were sitting on, and they all cheer, and then they start just breaking out into songs and other merriment, almost like feeling like it's really like in your honor that they're all doing this.
Yeah, but it's in good.
Oh, calm A, calm B.
Seriously, what the fuck did Kate? What the fuck did Allie just say?
I don't even remember now.
Oh no.
Oh, I said I
jealous.
I was saying that you were like important and it was worth celebrating you. I didn't say it exactly that way, but that was the
That's
TLDR
not
of
what
it.
came out of your mouth.
It is.
No. I'm on drugs.
Okay.
I'm on drugs, but not those kinds.
Which gonna go look at myself on our stream and see what the fuck I said.
So, as the night goes on, the fires burn bright, and then they eventually start to die down. As all the townsfolk continue their songs. Then eventually, once it gets to the point where there's really only embers left of the bonfires, Father Xanthus has a pretty big handful of powder, but this powder looks different. It almost looks like it looks like there's some sand in it, and there's also some like shiny bits, maybe like ground up gemstones or some other shards of glass.
Yeah.
It's a little hard to tell, but he takes a handful of this substance, and he begins to speak. Everyone, he simply says, "Everyone, I thank you all for another year of, well, I guess resilience would be the word to describe it. Um, we've had some trying times lately, but we've had the good fortune of having brave heroes to keep our town safe. And as is tradition, it is now the end of the festival, but it is now time to reflect with your friends and make your proclamations of friendship and love, and any other journeys you wish to take together. And with that, I conclude the festival, and I wish you all a good night." And he throws the sand and the gem mixture onto the fire, and it once again, one more time, it just shoots up in just brilliant colors. Uh, this time, different, different colors. It's a lot more red than before. A little bit of blue, and some pink as well. And the embers still remain on the bonfires. The songs begin to die down, and you see more more kind of like one-on-one or like small group conversations break out. Spouses are embracing one another and just declaring their love for each other once again. Others are some, younger kind of teenager type kids are, talking about all the things they're going to do together in the coming year. And Father Xanthus kind of gives everyone a wave before he retreats back to the cathedral. And yeah, all of you are in this here, just kind of looking at each other. Kat's still sitting next to Sava. Ursula and Kate are together. Dino and Shayless are, enjoying a moment themselves. So yeah, what do you have anything you want to say to each other, or?
Let's get fucked up.
God damn it.
I don't know what you
Dream's
were
gonna mix some
expecting, to be honest.
stardust. Dream's gonna mix some stardust into his blackberry mead.
Like, let's be abundantly clear and remember who it is that we are talking about.
That's right.
Yep.
All right, so with that, can move a little bit further ahead. At this point, I need Jareem to make a spellcraft check, as one of the items that you would have been making is going to be finished. Okay, that is good enough. So that means that you have completed one item, which is going to be the headband for Cat. So that was the quickest turnaround item. I figured we just do that first. And okay. So I'm going to move ahead now to the Night of the Pale, which is going to be New Year's Eve. So that is the 31st. And that is Wheel Day. During this time, you would have finished another item. So one more spellcraft check, Dream. Wow, nice. Okay, so that is going to be the upgrade for Kaede is done. So the +2 is now +4. And from here, since there's only one person who really wanted to do anything for this, Cat, it is the sun is setting, and you are with Sava. Your choice of whether it's at the inn or at her shop.
I want privacy. We're probably going to be at hers.
So you're at her place. Okay. So I will go over to there now on the map. Okay. So, at this point, Sava is closing up shop for the day. She keeps a bit shorter hours on the Night of the Pale anyway, just so she can kind of have some extra time to herself. Once she's finished closing up and locking the doors, lowering, closing the curtains, all that stuff, and she looks at you and says, "Well, now we wait." But
For what?
well, we wait to see if the ghosts of the past come by here. there were several who didn't make it through this year due to sickness, old age, the various attacks on the town.
Just say giants.
Giants, goblins, any other kind of nasties that I might not have known about.
No, I think I told you about all of them.
It's been quite a year.
Indeed it has. And you said now we just wait?
Yeah, pretty much. She starts to go into a bit of an explanation about the Night of the Pale. It's something that it has links to several religions of the more sinister variety. No one church has a specific association with it, and it's even to those that don't belong to the religions that deal with like death or destruction or other maybe like evil things in your mind. Uh, there are people of all walks of life and all faiths that do observe it, and it's especially those who have lost family members in the past year. Those are the people who really kind of wait out the night and make sure that there's no funny business from the ghosts. But yeah, overall, she mentions that it's said that the ghosts of those who died during the previous year will manifest themselves upon the world, and they will come to visit the homes they lived in while they were alive. Um, it's not a time for tearful reunions, and she says that seeing a shade or a ghost of a departed loved one is not meant to be a blessing. It's that these ghosts, they don't come back because they want to see their loved ones. They come back for, usually it's darker reasons. They don't see to their family for anything happy. It's usually if there's any like lingering jealousy when they died, or unfinished business, arguments mostly. Even vengeful spirits will come back. She says that during previous years, the town guard would often be like all hands on deck on this night in case any ghosts were to attack the town. She says it's rare that happens, but it is something that we need to be ready for.
Honestly, did not know what to expect, but it definitely was not this.
I think it's kind of cool.
I also think it's kind of cool, but like this was not what I was expecting.
Sabbath says, yeah, I mean, most people that I explain this holiday to, they don't understand it. And I guess sometimes I wish I could be like that. Just not knowing why these things happen.
I mean, for me, all of this is new. So I guess I mean, I don't know what to expect. I don't like being ignorant, to be honest.
Yeah, that's you and me both.
So look at it that way. Also, like, yeah, maybe you wish you could be ignorant, but you get to make sure that everybody else knows what's going on. you get to share your knowledge and warn them so that they don't end up getting hurt. I don't know. I feel like I had a thought there that was kind of half formed, but I hope you understand what I'm saying.
I think I get it. I found that in the time we spent together, it's been nice. You've gotten a bit easier for me to understand, and that's nothing against you. It's just I just feel more confident that I'm not going to say the wrong thing or not understand you.
Well, since I've been here, I found it easier to open up. That's always been an issue for me, to be honest.
I'm glad I could help you with that. She comes over and she says, "Now I know that we should stay vigilant just in case, but nobody that I would have had any unfinished business with died this year, so I think we're safe. And we are alone."
Ooh.
Laughing a character, I'm laughing just as.
Yeah, trust me, it doesn't feel any less weird for me than it did at the beginning of the campaign.
All I can think of right now is I was at your wedding!
Yeah, having to sit here and like hit on people who are in committed relationships in real life, it's great.
Sorry, I'm not laughing at you. It's awkward laughing, and now I can't stop.
That's fair.
God, I'm sure if cameras are on, you would see me being beat red right now.
I mean, I probably don't look much different myself. This is why I personally prefer to not use face cams for this, but
Looking more entertained now. Alright, so Cash is gonna be like, okay, so I'm gonna make.
the viewers don't need to see me squirm.
Yes, they do. For
Alright,
entertainment.
so Cat's gonna be Scott's gonna say like, well, hold on, I have to backtrack for a sec. Alright, Cat's gonna be like, oh, okay, I guess we could. Oh, okay. She's gonna start nodding, enthusiastic, like, okay.
Yeah, and at this point, I think.
And we're just gonna fade to black.
Yeah, I think we can fade to black on that.
There we go. Cool.
That is to my knowledge, that is the second fade to black of the campaign, possibly third. I think it's only two.
No, wait. Second, and both of them were me.
No, Dino and Shayless was the first.
So then this would be the
three,
third.
and then two for you. Yeah. Okay.
Fuck, I'm being one up by Cat. Unacceptable.
For the record, this is just the first time that's happened on camera. Kat and Shayless have already, yeah, this is not anything new.
All right, so off screen, or rather elsewhere in town, the rest of you are in the tavern.
All I'm gonna say is that the armory is soundproof, and we're very happy for that.
Yes. The rest of you are in the tavern. Ameko has decided to kind of just close it off for the night. Mostly out of a desire to spend the last few hours of the year with all of you. Cat notwithstanding.
Plans.
Yeah, Cat had other plans, and Ameko understands, of course. At one point, Ameko, of course, gets everyone their desired drinks, and she and Bethana tries her best to stay up until the turn of the calendar. They'll whip up whatever food you want. Ameko, of course, kind of giving the wink nudge to Jareem about hey, you want your like special drink that you made that one time? You know.
Yeah, but this time put this purified stardust in it.
Oh God, that see that would have been more appropriate for the other festival, but this will work. So Omeko does as you ask, as she
Send us to the moon, Jareem. To the moon, Kate says.
One for Kaede too.
you make sure to inform her that it's probably not the best idea to do a rim of this stuff just because it has to be mixed into a beverage to really be activated. So she doesn't do any, kind of rim business, but she mixes it into the absinthe, the stardust. And it makes the drink taste like really sweet. Like it masks the alcohol flavor like really well. Almost kind of just tastes like liquefied candy or something as you're drinking it. And the effect kind of does go hand in hand with absinthe. You start to hallucinate a bit. You're kind of unable to tell what's real and what isn't. Just before Ameko hands the drink to Kaede and starts consuming herself, I'm gonna move you to the bar real quick. She looks at you and says, I heard you were, well, full disclosure, I walking through the town and kind of just taking in the sights. I couldn't help but overhear one day, and I was open window at the cathedral or something. I couldn't help but overhearing that you were interested in finding a place for an orphanage or something. Was that it?
Yes.
That's so good of you. That's man, that's I was thinking my family manor really doesn't see much use these days. Um, I don't live there. I live here. This is where I prefer to be. And right now we have a couple of attendants who kind of just make sure nobody breaks in and robs the place and really just upkeep the grounds. But other than that, it's not being used. Um, I mean, forgive me if this is too forward, but would that be suitable for you?
Kate just is like visibly like vibrating and bouncing in happiness and energy, being yes, that's 1,000 times yes. That would be that would be amazing. That well beyond any of my dreams.
Okay, perfect. Well, it'll probably take a little bit of time to convert some of the spaces in there to be more along the lines of what you need, but if there's any way I can help you with that,
He just grins and
I'd
says,
love to.
I'm very Kate just says, over the next few weeks, can we go over to the space and just I'm a visual person, Kate says, trailing off and goes, I think and I look at Dino and goes, Dino, didn't you
Howdy.
want to do a trade school, teaching, adventure school? She just offered our house for the orphanage, and those things could. Kate's just like panicked but extremely excited, tripping all over their
He
words.
gives a thumbs up. He's like, "Fuck yeah! Just let me know if you need me."
Can I teach healing?
Yes, Kate just jumps up and down, just be like, yes.
Just don't do me a favor, Lily. Don't feel bad whenever
What?
more kids want to learn how to have dinosaurs rather than heal. Has a big shit-eating grin.
Kate just
Well-
looks around and goes, I don't want to
well-
die. We're gonna need a lot of you.
Well, I guess we'll have to see who chooses what. Lily
guess
says
so.
it defensively.
Maybe once they really learn how to control their dinosaurs, we
Kate-
can teach them how to play Kaede and Lily Ball.
Kate,
No!
no. Kate just
Oh, fuck off!
hide. I'm like hiding behind her and just giving her a big hug, by the way, being like, thank you for one, defending me from Kate Ball, and two, letting me use the manor.
Mako just raises her glass to you and says, "Honestly, it's the least I could do."
Stop laughing at me.
Ever.
He's just extremely
know-
happy and just states, you know what? This is probably one of the best days I've ever had in my life. My friends are safe.
Aw.
Everyone's together. Dreams are happening that I could never even dream of a few years ago. Life is good.
Hell yeah, dreams are
Life is
happening.
good.
Cat's not there, but like, I'm just commenting. Hell yeah, dreams are happening.
She raises the glass even higher and she just says, "Well, here's to hopefully a new year full of more best days for all of us." And she looks around the room and again noticing the cat's not here and says, "Yeah, for cat too." And and
Hold on, she definitely knows what's happening.
yeah, she just excitedly starts drinking this concoction that Jareem has whipped up once again. Everyone's going. Well, the three of you at least are
Yes.
making all your best efforts to see the drug man again.
Yes. Cade's immediately also taking some of the halfling weed. They stash that Jareem gave them like literally months ago. And pass
Fuck
that
it, a
around.
celebration. Hey, Dream,
Yeah.
add me up.
All right.
Back you up.
All right, so Dino's getting one too. Interesting.
Oh no, the dinosaur is getting drunk.
We said nothing about Chomper, but
Chopper is not allowed to get drunk. All right.
Cade now
Or
takes
your
this as a
co-worker.
challenge.
To give hallucinogenic drugs to a T-Rex.
Yeah, Cade's taking this as a challenge, and I'm going to get Chomper drunk at some point.
Wait, no,
You
don't
say
do
that in
that.
character or out of character?
Oh no, that's Cade in character.
I give you a very serious face, Cade,
Yes.
buddy.
Yes.
If something ever happens to my dinosaur over there, I'm gonna just assume it's you, and we're gonna play hardcore Cade bomb, right?
If he can catch me as he stumbles around drunk, sure. And then I mischievously like run away a little bit.
Oh, so fucking help me, if we weren't in the sin.
We're in the end though, and I'm safe. Kay just looks around and realizes that I am now unable to step foot outside for the next 2 weeks.
Cade, you've gotten yourself in trouble now.
Cade always gets themselves in trouble. I look at Lily and go, Cade refers to themselves in the third person quite a lot. And Cade looks at Dino again and goes, Cade's also sorry. Cade doesn't want to be a ball.
Dino does not forgive Cade.
I look at Chomper and I say, do you forgive Cade?
Chomper just nods and kind of like nudges your shoulder a little bit, which is like powerful for him, so it almost like knocks you off your feet given your current state, but he seems like he's fine with it. It's fine with you at least.
So, you dinosaur, do you want to get drunk?
Oh, help me!
Hey, I'm asking Dino, not you. I mean, I'm asking the T-Rex, not you.
He's my T-Rex.
Huh?
He's my T-Rex.
And? He's
I
his own
say
person.
no.
He's his own person. His own animal.
He is his own person. He can talk and everything.
Yeah.
Sorry, but getting Chomper drunk is one line I will never cross.
Why?
Remember what T-Rexes did to you?
No.
Well, let me remind you, one of them was about to toss you like a rag doll. And that was when they were sober. Imagine what a drunk one would be capable of.
That's what I want to find out.
Oh, you'll learn tomorrow, but it's not going to be Chomper.
But why?
You'll see.
Oh my. I want to learn now.
Step outside.
What if I don't want to?
But then you lied to me. You said you want to find out now.
Cade looks at Dino and goes, "But it's safe inside.
All right, I'll step outside.
It's safe inside. It's safe inside. It's safe inside." And I grab Lily.
I am going
You-
outside.
Okay. Just you?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm also gonna go outside.
No,
right.
Cade's not gonna let Lily go alone and go. If you were doubling down on this, I'm going to. I'm not letting you become a Cade ball
You step
without
out.
Cade.
As we step outside, I cast ant hole on myself.
Okay. So you all step outside and
And hole.
yeah, it like increases his carrying capacity.
I don't like this.
It's a spell. So you step outside and you turn to your right and there is a person who is wearing a cloak. Their face is mostly obscured.
Drug man?
What was that? No, not the drug man. This person is clutching at their chest actually, and they can only take a couple more steps and they just collapse on the ground.
Oh, shit.
Who's that? Why are they there? Is he
Let's
okay?
investigate that. Lily, I'll get to you later.
Yeah, Cade immediately rushes over.
I'm gonna rush over too, and I'm going to cure wounds.
Cade's gonna check. I'm gonna check.
Check and see what's wrong with him.
Okay.
I'm gonna check the. Okay, well, Dina's checking what's wrong with him, and Lily's like going to heal. I'm checking our surroundings to see if something might have caused that to happen to them.
Gonna cure
Boom.
moderate wounds.
All right. So you guys can make the appropriate checks for what you want to do.
Guidance. 22.
Perception for Cade if you're just looking at surroundings and.
Well, like, yeah, I was trying to see if it was like a trap or magical, something like that in nature.
Okay.
But
All right. So I'll start with Cade actually. So Cade, you go outside and the drink has already taken hold of you. I mean, actually it's been probably a few minutes. So the drink and its effects have taken hold. Same goes for Dino. So at first it takes a little bit for you to kind of convince yourself that what you're looking at is real. But you're looking around like up and down the street where the Rusty Dragon's situated. You don't see any ghosts. You don't see any assailants anywhere. So it's all kind of just a mystery as to why this person has just collapsed here in front of you. Dino, you look down at him and you even go as far as to kind of he fell face first. So you kind of again your sort of faculties are also compromised by the drink. So you put your hand on what you think is his shoulder and you try to turn him over. It takes you a couple of attempts. Again, just making sure that you are grabbing the right thing. You know, you're not like grabbing Lily's foot and taking her down, or grabbing some random object. But you eventually do get this man turned over. And then Lily, you reach down to touch him, and you can see his face now, and this person looks familiar to you.
Why does he seem so familiar? Nobody speaks out loud. Deep in thought now.
You're thinking back to a time in your life when another member of your family was let's say taken from you before their time.
Mm,
You think this person was involved.
oh no,
Shit.
Do you still heal him?
can't be. Lily is now very conflicted.
Make a perception check.
Perception. It's all the way down here.
Okay. Now, you did not take any fun drink. We'll
did
just
not.
call it that for now.
I did
Uh,
not.
So you were kind of holding the spell, and you let it dissipate. You think to yourself, I haven't done anything today. I can just cast another one if I need to. So you spend a few moments to kind of just like study this person's appearance, like their build, any like other defining features, and after you finish up with that, you're pretty confident this is the guy.
This motherfucker.
I've never
Lily,
heard
who is
Lily
it?
do an evil laugh like that before, and Kate just goes, "Are we murdering or are we healing?"
Mm. Lily inwardly groans to herself as she casts a light wound spell instead of a moderate healing spell.
And then
Kate,
grumbles
at
to
this point
themselves
from
and goes, "Possible torturing?"
Maybe.
Kate, at this point from inside the tavern, you hear Urslan just yell out to you, "I'll be upstairs."
Kate just goes, "Oh, okay, we'll be up. I'll be up soon. Everything's fine."
All right, so you heal him for 15 points. He stirs awake. The wound on his chest closes. Which I completely forgot. Dino, in your heal check, you would have seen that it was like a stab wound.
Tip.
No real like
Man.
indication of like what inflicted it. Whether it was human or ghost or something else. It was it wasn't a very big wound, so you think maybe it was like like a dagger or something of that size. Uh, but yeah, so Lily heals this man, and he eventually stirs awake and looks up to find you three mooks, fucking a human, a half vampire, and a cat staring down at him.
Hey yo! Kate just waves her hand and shows their fangs with a little like smoldering glint in their eyes and goes, "Good morning, sunshine."
Yeah, and he's like, "Oh God, please don't drink me."
You're gross. No. Notice your chest is not as holy, sir. Maybe think before you speak.
Well, in any event, thank you.
And I point at Lily and I go, "Thank her. She's the only reason you're not dead. I would gladly have killed you already."
To be fair, I want you dead.
I'm explaining, Lily.
Huh?
So, when do you want this person dead?
Oh, I think he may be the one that robbed our house and killed my father. That's all.
Kate goes, "So can I kill him?"
He
Don't know yet.
And I look at him and I go, "Or is he gonna give us a good reason not to?"
he is attempting to sit up. He's not reaching for anything. He's just trying to sit up.
Okay.
If you'd like to roll sense motive, you can.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, yes. Kate's
I
in
also
like
don't
a
like
bad.
him.
I got that
Oh,
one.
this. Oh no!
But 21.
Oh, it's a. Oh my God!
He's got a gun! Kill him!
Can we just roll that?
I mean, to be fair,
No.
that ones don't mean immediate
Okay,
failure.
wait,
I don't
we're
think
not-
anymore.
We are each going to re-roll that, and it's not going to count. I just want to know if the dice gods hate us, or if that was just literally chaos gods coming in and going, you know what? Let's have a little fun.
By the way, that is a 1 in 8,000 chance that just happened.
Fucking
Yes,
Christ.
fucking no los dos.
See, look at that. See, look.
Hey.
Okay. You know, it's just
Hey.
we could have had this.
So the three of you are just looking down at him, and you're all just like, "Yeah, this seems normal."
Everything's fine.
Nah. Anyway.
I go to offer a hand to help him up. You
Don't
said everything seems normal to us, so my brain is just like, yes.
Don't help her up. I slap her hand away.
Yeah, he just sits up, and
Oh, I mean, it just instinct.
he takes a look at each of you in turn, and honestly, like, the 1,000-yard stare in his eyes just gets wider and wider with looking at each one of you. It's like, you know, he's beginning to remember the things that Lily's talking about, and then he turns towards Kaede, and well, Kaede already bared their fangs. And then there's Dino, just the hulking specimen of a man.
Fire in his eyes.
Yeah, he's not happy, and he's fueled right now by drugs.
Which is a rare occasion.
Drugs and alcohol.
Why
So
is
is
Dino
Kaede.
not happy right now?
You're
Two of my
threatened.
close friends, and all I
Yeah.
heard is something. This guy killed my father.
And
Yeah,
robbed my
we-
house.
I saw you mumbling under your breath and hearing you being like, I don't want to heal this man, but I guess I'll do it anyway. And I immediately was like, oh, so he's chosen death. I didn't even need any more information than that as Kaede.
Oh, how sweet, you guys.
We murder for our friends. Damn right. Sorry. Sidetracked. Well, on track, just out of character track. Back on wheels. Hello.
So the man starts to get up, and I'll allow another sense motive check here.
Yes. Give me that
Guidance.
sense motive. Give me that sense motive, baby.
He is
Here's the
looking
guidance,
to turn
hello.
tail and run.
I grab him
Flip
before
him
he
as
goes.
a opportunity attack.
Boop. No. Sit. Stay.
Okay.
Oh, you can't talk now either.
Why?
Kay just looks at her and goes, "Oh, magic. He's kind of frozen in place. He can breathe. It's not like I've taken air from his lungs yet."
Should I assume stare?
Yes. Okay, that's why I said Cade was staring at him before.
Oh,
That
sorry,
was me.
I missed
Oh,
that. That's on me.
I that was me also putting it in roleplay though. I didn't say I'm using my hypnotic stare.
Yeah, no,
was like,
I
"Hey."
still I should have picked up on that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So
I almost fell in my chair. Don't mind me. I'm on wheels.
that is a 12, and so he doesn't even get the chance to turn around. He is paralyzed.
I'm gonna pick him up by the collar of his neck and lift him off the ground.
Roll combat
Nope.
maneuver.
I'm looking at Lily and just saying, so he just tried to run away.
Yeah, easily enough. Dino grabs him by the collar and ends his contact with the ground.
What do you want us to do?
What a coward you are, mister. First you come to my home, steal from my family, murder my father, and now that you've met me again, you're going to run away like nothing happened.
And she healed you from close to death, mister. How rude of you.
What do you have to say for yourself?
Okay,
Lily
just
st-
got Kay motions
Lily
at
says
Lily.
I understand that
passively.
that's a rhetorical question.
Can I make an intimidation check?
By all means.
I look at
I'm
Kate.
I'm just gonna pull him like face to face. I say, I'm going to kill you right here, right now.
Dino, don't do that yet.
Yet.
Yep.
Cade looks gleeful at Lily and says there's a
Regardless,
yet.
that's what I say. And enhanced diplomacy.
Sheesh.
40.
Sheesh. Don't do that yet, though. Don't kill him yet.
And if it's high enough, then I want him to be panicked instead of frightened for a little bit.
Well, if he weren't paralyzed, there may or may not be some involuntary bowel movements going on right now. But
He's literally frozen in every sense of the word.
this man is looking at you right now, Dino, like he's staring God in the face.
Go on now, get to talking. I want to hear your side of the story.
He literally he's whole person. He literally can't talk or
He
anything.
can try to save it. He gets a chance to save from it. But yes, Cade looks at her and says, well, Dino's got it from here. If you'd like, I can release the spell so it'll answer you.
Yes, please. I would like some answers.
Yeah, well then, Cade just kind of just lets the magic go if they can.
So you drop the spell.
Yeah, I'm dropping the spell since Dino has him up in the air without his hands, like, definitely not his hands touching the ground, but also not his feet touching the ground.
All right. So with the spell being dropped, he is going to try to escape.
Fine.
Dino, if you'd like to improve your position here, you can roll another combat maneuver. And by that I mean, if you'd like to pin him against something, or if you're content to just hold him up in the air, then you don't have to do anything. But
more lockdown.
You beat his roll, so yeah, you basically turn towards the outer wall of the Rusty Dragon, and still holding him up by the collar, you basically just forcefully put him up against the wall, sort of like pinning him in place.
Do you want to know what happened last time I got this angry? I'm asking him.
He is struggling to find a response with how panicked he is. The best you can get out of him is just like a little like shake of the head, like he doesn't want to know. He's just terrified right now.
Let me tell you what happened. Last time I killed people I shouldn't have. Just imagine what happens when I kill someone I should.
Lily's just giggling.
Cade's just kind of looking at him and goes, so you still want the ability to talk, or you want to go back to Frozen? And then Cade goes, you know what? It's going to be more fun. Look at your leg. It is now very fucking tiny.
Indeed it is. That's a 15. Permanent. Oh god.
Yeah, this is permanent. Baby legs.
Oh no.
Regular legs.
I just want answers now, please.
I'll help you, baby legs. I'm regular legs. Yeah. Thank you for that. Okay, so now this man has tiny legs.
Oh, don't worry. It won't last forever.
Okay. Oh no, Kate looks at her starting to like break the like scary facade and starts cracking up laughing. He goes, no, that's permanent. He's stuck like that forever.
Wait,
You
wait,
get-
wait, seriously?
Yeah, it's a permanent spell. It's a curse.
Oh, that's amazing.
Kate looks at her and goes,
You
so
guys,
Lily-
you guys haven't gotten this unusual with a prisoner since pseudo and the mind flayer bread.
Kate's waiting so long.
That was all about
That was great.
Ursula.
getting a Mako back. So yeah,
And
we were
protecting
pissed.
Ursula.
And now this is the party. This is a party member. So I am absolutely blood hungry.
Yeah, and Kate has just been looking for an excuse to torture someone and get the okay from everyone to do it. And Lily is a sweetheart, and no one hurts Lily. Damn it.
No one hurts Lily.
So Kate kind of offers Lily the incentive of going, so I know it goes against your faith to just outright murder people that you were just healing and helping, I would think. So how about we just let them survive with slow, outright torture?
I mean, sure, but I still want some answers from this man that you know. Did
Well,
bad
that's
stuff.
yeah, that's kind of the yes, that's the idea. Instead of just the immediate murder with no answers, we get some answers and slow, fun torture. What do you want small next? Your arm or your other leg? If you don't answer her questions, that's what's gonna happen next. That's the nicest thing I can do to you. I'm just grin at Lily, being like, ah. Your
Before we
turn.
go any further, I'm just gonna whisper to Kay, "Don't kill him. I have a fate worse than death."
Kate just nods and goes, mm-hmm.
What drove you to find my house and steal from it that night?
The guy is still struggling to find a response, but he manages to muster something at least. He kind of just bows his head, realizing the state that he's in. He just says, "It was all to just pay off some debts. They were coming for me. I didn't have a choice."
And so, you did not have to murder my father. Steal from the rich if you had to steal from somewhere, not the poor.
I didn't know. I had to get something. Look,
Didn't know my ass. Who's they that you owe debt to anyway?
what does it matter? They're gonna find me if you don't just kill me now anyway.
Okay, let me put it to you like this. You're gonna wish they found you if you don't tell me right now.
No, Cade looks at him and goes, I don't think you understand. I will travel with you as our traveling circus pet, ensuring your safety from whoever you think is going to hunt you down and kill you, while keeping you alive just to torture you. We literally can bring you back from the dead to do it all over again. I advise you listen.
Sorry, out of game. I'm looking up something to kind of
I am too,
flesh
as
this
well.
out a little bit more.
Question out of game. Are they still high as fuck?
Dino and Kate are, yes.
Okay, cool.
They're you guys are getting your words out as intended. It's just slurred speech, extended pauses.
Cade's fucking up some words, which makes it even funnier. That's why Cade had that breakdown when they realized that they just cursed someone permanently, because they completely forgot that was a permanent spell when they first cast it on them. Doing stupid shit like that.
Oh.
Poppers.
He's he's being needy dog, and he Panzer, you do not need to go out.
Yeah, the guy just says, "Oh, come on, you have to know
Oh,
them.
you're
They're
back.
here too. It's the Zarni.
This is Arnie.
Oh, Kate says.
They are the Zarni. The three of you would know this, being from this area. You know, Sandpoint and Magnamar. They're active in both. The Zarni they're for the most part they're like a group of gangs of like mostly petty criminals. Some are involved in drug trade. Uh, and I am not necessarily excluding Jabrail from that distinction, by the way. But yeah, for the most part, they are like, you know, they're. I wouldn't say they're on like the highest end of like organized crime. You know, like
Yeah. Can
they have
Oh,
several
are they
different.
any threat to Dino out of curiosity?
Uh, Probably not in your part of town, given especially because your parents were in good with the Lord Mayor. So you wouldn't have dealt with them much like directly. But
I'm saying full grown Dino as of now. He went head to head against these guys. Who would win?
oh, I would say the vast majority of them would be no issue for you.
The vast majority, you say.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's just kind of the diplomatic DM speak for I don't have anyone like I don't know of anyone that is better than Dino, but
so
I'd have to read up more on that, you know, see if like any of the kingpins would be able to test Dino in battle, but I would say 99% of them Dino would make short work of them.
I'm gonna change the terrain, at least for him, to literally the outer space terrain. So literally, he just starts like we still exist. Creatures all around us exist, equipment, buildings, but he literally thinks he's fucking floating in space with all of it as we're doing this right now.
Okay. That's something that he really has no choice but to interact with, so I'll just make the will save for him now. 17 failure. So yeah, he is
Yeah, this is the
he's
most common
pretty
means of
convinced of
travel or between worlds or portals, spells, and spacefaring vessels and creatures. So yeah, pretty much the outer space terrain is just like the matter there that portals connect each other's to and stuff like that.
Okay,
So he's just
so
like floating around in that.
I would say that within your hallucination for him, any open doorways in the immediate area would appear to him as though they have bright light emanating from them as if they were
Yeah.
portals. But the structure of
Yes.
everything else obviously doesn't change. But
Yeah.
Also, I stand corrected. He did, in fact, have to go out.
Oh,
all right, well,
good boy.
have fun.
I did. It was,
And
just, I
Oh.
thought he was I thought that he was being annoying and like just bored, and no, he actually had to be. Anyway, carry on. Sorry.
it's okay. So he's literally now being threatened again and saying, "You think they're worse than us? Are you sure you're even in the same realm anymore?"
He looks around and he just says, "What have you done?"
What have we done?
Kay just kind of shrugs and goes, "Not much, honestly." You were afraid, so I changed your environment. Now you're in a void with no one except us. Better, right?
Better for who?
Well, you said you were fearful of them killing you if you told us who they were, so I would think you, Kate says with a sickening grin.
Why won't you just turn me in?
Kate just says, because I don't know if people like you deserve that, because every single time we turn you in, some other corrupt fuck gets to get away with it, or lets you go, or some other bullshit. And you can't really bring back her dead father because you did this crime, I'm assuming, quite a long time ago.
So why not just kill me yourself?
She
Torture.
doesn't want me to. If she thinks you're better off staying alive and giving us information, then fine, I'll let you live. If she thinks you're better off dead, awesome, you're dead. And I promise, after all of this torture, it's up to her on whether or not it's painless or not. And third option is you're right, we could turn you in. But again, her call. Me and Dino, looking at Dino, being like, are not going to do any murder unless requested. No matter how badly we want to.
Aren't you supposed to be heroes? Doesn't this conflict with your morals at all?
We are heroes. Aren't you a criminal?
Cade looks at him and goes,
Because technically, we're stopping crime, starting with you, right?
didn't we? I'm pretty sure we so far have healed you from a quite close to fatal stab wound. Just had you confess to crimes you've committed, admit to another criminal network. I'd say we're doing pretty goddamn good as heroes for this area, aren't we, guys?
Yes. So stop trying to manipulate our words.
I'd say so.
But you have what you want.
Dino shrugs.
Cade
Oh, is
sighs.
there anything else you want?
You paralyzed me and cursed me and tortured me. What more do you want from me?
Oh, don't you fucking give me that. I tortured you.
Cade,
We didn't even do any damage to you. We paralyzed you temporarily. Give us a fucking break.
Cade just looks over and starts laughing a bit and goes, his baby leg is kind of fucked up.
I mean,
Cry me a river.
You've shrunk my leg and you've sent me to outer space.
Oh, Cade just starts laughing and goes, okay. You're in outer space, but only you are. Walk around a bit. Look at the buildings. Look at where you are. Are you really in outer space? Are you really in a different realm? I asked that. I never said you left. And I look at Lilly and I go, genuinely, we should turn him in to the town guard for the crimes if you truly wish him to be punished. But I really have no qualms with him becoming another ghost walking around this town next year.
well, he might cause some trouble if he becomes a ghost, because I imagine that all people who do crime have some kind of
Unfinished business.
unfinished business. Yeah.
It's a good way to go
Oh,
about
in that case, I have the perfect solution to this little issue. If you have no
Alright.
more, if you have nothing else you want to ask him,
I have nothing else I want to ask him. Go on.
looks at him and say, "Well, well, well. All right. I'm gonna tell you this once. I'm gonna cast one spell on you. It will not cause you any harm. However, if you resist it, then you're gonna wish that I kill you outright. Got it?
Do your worst. You've already disfigured me.
Oh, you don't know the
Aw.
half of it.
Aw, boo-hoo. You've killed my father.
You can live with so many other additives. Oh dear, Dino.
There are so many alignment implications going on right now. Just gonna throw that out there.
What do you mean? I'm not killing him or anything. If anything, this is reimbursable for a druid.
You're torturing someone who surrendered. Anyway.
Eh.
23, he makes the save.
Well, I wonder what happened if he would resist.
Let's see. He does have to make a will save. Oh no, sorry, no. Spell succeeds, not the save.
Yeah.
Never mind. So yeah, he makes a save. He's not polymorphed.
He rolls his eyes. All right, I'm done. Want to turn him in, or what?
Kaede just looks over and says, "There's one thing I can do for you then, before we turn you in. At least you have equal-sized legs."
Oh my god.
So he can't run away anymore. Perfect.
He's literally baby legs.
You know what? The result of this save is funnier than the alternative, so I'm gonna go with it. 22. So he will just continue to have one irregularly sized leg.
Try it. I looked at him and I literally said, "I actually just tried to be kind to you. I'm sorry."
I'm not.
All right.
All
So
right,
Kaede
there-
just
turn him in
looks
now.
and says and helps. I'm gonna help carry him so he doesn't have to hop on his one leg.
All
I'm
right.
gonna let him figure that out in
I'm
prison.
carrying you by the collar over of his shirt the entire way.
Oh, I thought. Okay, I
Okay,
wasn't
yeah.
sure.
So the three of you, yeah, I assume it's all three of you, are going to then walk him over to the garrison, where you guys, grant it's now the middle of the night, so you guys bang on the door,
Drunk as hell.
and eventually, Vachetti, the warder inside the garrison, who you met one time when you went to go interrogate Pseudo, he opens the door, sees the three of you standing there with a potential prisoner in hand, and he looks at all of you, and then he grabs the guy by the shirt, and he just says, "You could tell me what he did in the morning."
All right.
Pulls him inside, shuts the door.
Kaede just starts laughing and goes, "So, he didn't think we were heroes." As I'm like walking off, still holding the drink.
If I had it my way, he would be permanently be a sloth.
Yeah, he would have.
As you are approaching the door to the Rusty Dragon, you hear some sounds of a far off bell tower, indicating that the clock has struck midnight. It is now the new year. You go back and you enjoy the rest of your evening.
And I'm still the sober one.
You are still the sober one. I'm going to kind of get things to where I want to get them to now. So another
Safest floor of the week.
2 weeks go by with you guys, still doing your things about town. We'll talk about this out of game, but like the progress on getting the Kaijitsu family manor ready for Cade's purposes is moving along nicely. And at this time, I need one last spellcraft check from Jareem.
I think Dream might be asleep.
Okay, well, in that case, I can certainly make it for him.
I haven't heard anything from him in a while.
Well, to be fair, he hasn't been involved with anything for a while, so it's not
Yeah,
his fault.
that's fair. Okay, that's good enough. So, with that, the final item of crafting is now complete.
Let's go.
Which was Lily's headband, which was the +6, I believe.
Woo!
Let me scroll up and make sure I have that ticked off on my list here.
Once that's done, let me know what Lily's charisma is at right now.
Well, yeah. So that would put her at a 26 because she didn't have anything previously. She's got a headband that doesn't do anything to her charisma score. At least I don't think it does. It's just the one that makes her channel energy better, right? So yeah,
I thought her headband was supposed to be like the +6 to charisma band.
right. That's the one that we just made. I'm saying the one she currently has is the one
Yeah,
that,
the one
that
that-
makes her
Oh,
channel
yeah,
energy
yeah.
better.
Yeah, that's what she has right now. I got confused.
It's the plus 2d6
Yeah,
to channel
fucked up.
energy, regardless of which way it's being used. But yeah, so that is now complete successfully. All of your crafting is now done. And I think with Leah being long gone and Rob probably also headed off to Dream World, we can probably close the session here. That was one of the probably the most fun downtime session I've ever run. That was
Hey guys.
Let's go.
a lot of good stuff. We had some festival observance. We had a lot of progression with NPC relationships. Lilly got to meet some of Kaede's closest friends in town. Kaede got their place to
I know.
have an orphanage and a school
go.
and training grounds, and with Dino's help, it's really going to flourish.
I'm excited.
We might have to figure out a game if Mako would allow you to live in the manor. Although I mean, she's already basically given you a room in the inn for free. So
Yeah,
you
I would
imagine
pay
you
for
wouldn't-
upkeep and stuff.
Yeah, I know you would.
I'm excited.
But perhaps most importantly, we have progressed the story beats. Kaede has fully deciphered the meaning of the Scribbler's poem, giving you guys all the information you need to get to where you need to go to potentially get inside of Runeforge and tackle that place. And Jareem managed to identify the Revelation Quill, which Kat very quickly claimed
like-
for herself.
You said pretty colors and then planes. Yes, I claimed it.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you let us use it for the good of the party as well, it's all yours.
Always.
Yeah, exactly. See, we're on the same page.
That's all we need.
It's also
then.
like a magical quill that will refill. As long as you give it back to me, use it for whatever you want.
I like that plan.
It's a good plan. But, rather, so, next time, we will begin making the moves towards Lake Stormander and perhaps Rhymeskull, and who knows, maybe you'll even get to see the inside of Runeforge next week. Wouldn't that be exciting?
Go.
Until then, we hope you have a good week. We will see you next Sunday. Have a good night.
Secret to love.